The gruesome discovery of a young man and woman's brutally stoned bodies near Haldwani sparked widespread shock and sensation in the area. Now, police questioned locals while a forensic team collected evidence and CCTV footage examined. Patna Civil Court received a bomb threat early this morning, prompting immediate security action. A heavy police force was deployed outside the court premises and security checks were intensified. Now, authorities are investigating the source of the threat and conducting thorough searches to ensure safety. All right, viewers, let's move on to our next top story. Now, the Indian Air Force conducted its final dress rehearsal at the emergency landing facility on the Moran bypass ahead of its inauguration. Now, fighter jets carried out successful trial landings and takeoffs on the 4.2-kilometer highway stretch, the first such facility in the northeast. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to inaugurate the airstrip and land directly on the highway. Security has been tightened as preparations enter the final stage. Take a look.
The Indian Air Force conducted its final dress rehearsal at the emergency landing facility on the Moran bypass in Assam's Dibrugarh district. The exercise began at 8:30 a.m. this morning and is part of preparations for the formal inauguration of the highway airstrip scheduled for the 14th of February. After an earlier cargo aircraft landing, the Air Force has now begun trial takeoffs and landings of various fighter aircraft at the newly developed 4.2-kilometer stretch at Jatiani, which has been converted into an emergency landing facility, the first of its kind in the northeast region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to inaugurate this facility on the 14th and is expected to land directly on the highway airstrip in a special aircraft from Chabua Air Force Station. The Moran Emergency Landing Facility carries major strategic importance, enabling advanced fighter aircraft such as the Rafale, Sukhoi and MiG jets to use the highway for emergency and operational requirements in the future.
All right, viewers, time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere because coming up next, a drunk cop in Haryana, Zambala, hit a rickshaw and then ran over a 24-year-old girl, killing her. Police has taken the cop into custody. Coming up.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School, Bengaluru.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला
Himanto Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country's watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case, they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan.
देगी मिर्च का तड़का अंग अंग फड़का
MDH की देगी मिर्च
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल ये रंग दे ये खुशबू दे ये तीखा ये कम पड़े क्या निराला MDH मसाला
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये ही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरी राजा।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to take the field on February 15th for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC?
A very good afternoon. We are live and we are breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. A lot of developments coming in from the Parliament budget session. We'll get you up to speed with that. But the headlines first. Let's get started. The top headlines that we're tracking right now. After 4 days of relentless campaign by Republic TV, the Kanpur VVIP Virat Shivam Mishra is finally arrested. A big Republic impact after all attempts to cover up the crime in the Lamborghini hit-and-run case. Police finally arrested Shivam Mishra. Kiran Rijiju released a new video showing 20 to 25 Congress MPs barging into the Speaker's office and abusing the Speaker. The BJP has filed a notice to terminate Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's Parliament membership. Bangladesh is voting for a new government over a year after Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power in August 2024. Drunk cop in Haryana's Ambala hit a rickshaw and then run over a 24-year-old girl, killing her. Police has taken the cop into custody. Big updates coming in. The BJP MPs have moved a motion to terminate Rahul Gandhi's parliament membership. This is a big update we're getting from the budget session of the parliament. So we'll get to all those details coming in. Remember that we saw a lot of chaos yesterday when Rahul Gandhi made multiple statements which were countered by the BJP. Latest update that we're getting for our viewers, BJP has moved a substantive motion in Lok Sabha against Rahul Gandhi. Nishikant said he is seeking the termination of Rahul Gandhi's parliamentary membership and a lifetime ban on him from contesting elections. BJP accusing Rahul Gandhi of misleading the country with the help of anti-India forces. Hence, BJP has moved this motion. Big updates coming in, viewers. BJP has filed a notice to terminate Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's parliament membership. Okay, let's go and play out those statements.
मैंने आज लोकसभा में जो है एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन जो है मूव किया है राहुल गांधी जी के खिलाफ कि वो देश को तोड़ने वाली साजिशों के साथ, सोरोस के साथ, यूएसएड के साथ, फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के साथ किस तरह से मिलकर देश को गुमराह कर रहे हैं, सेना के मनोबल को गिरा रहे हैं और जितनी विरोधी शक्तियां हैं उनके साथ मिलकर भारत को टुकड़े टुकड़े कर देना चाहते हैं। उसके लिए मैंने एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन जो है माननीय स्पीकर साहब को मूव किया है कि इस पर चर्चा हो और राहुल गांधी की सदस्यता खत्म हो और वो चुनाव लड़ने के लिए जिंदगी भर के लिए डिबार्ड हो।
Mr. Gandhi, privilege motion.
Is privilege that's the code word for today? Is that the word that you people have been given for today? You're not totally employed by the BJP. At least try and do a little bit of objective stuff. You know, it gets really shameful. It's too much. Don't you think? You're responsible people. You're media people. You have a responsibility to be objective. You can't just take a word they give you, right, every day and then run your whole show on that. You're doing a disservice to this country. Are you not able to recognize that?
Whenever you speak anything in this house, this August House, you have to have a proof and a paper where you can say कि नहीं, this is what I'm quoting against Prime Minister or I'm quoting against the government and मेरे पास इसके बाकायदा proof है, मेरे पास ये सारे तथ्य हैं और ना मैं उसको टेबल ऑफ द हाउस रख के then I can blame and claim anything. बट आप ऐसे उठ के खाली हेडलाइन करने के लिए आप एकदम देश को बहकाने के लिए कुछ कह दें तो ये तो नहीं होता एंड देन यू हैव टू डेफिनेटली आंसर और आपको वो सबूत देना पड़ेगा, वो तथ्य रखने पड़ेंगे कि आपने विश्व के सबसे बड़े नेता को और उस पर आपने कोई आरोप लगाया तो उसको आपको डॉक्यूमेंटेड आरोप बताना होगा कि ये दिस वाज द प्रूफ, दिस इज व्हाट आई नो, मैं वहां था या मेरे पास ये प्रूफ है या इस डील में मैं था या वो वाली डील में मैं था, ये डील मेरे सामने हुई, ऐसा कुछ तो बोलना होगा. यू कांट जस्ट कम एंड ब्लेम, जस्ट यू गेट अप एंड से एनीथिंग एंड जस्ट वॉक आउट एंड मेक दिस पूरे देश को, यू कांट कीप इट इन द कंफ्यूजन.
आप अशिष्ट व्यवहारों की अगर चरम सीमा को पार कर जाएंगे और असंसदीय शब्दों के साथ परंपराओं का जो संसद की मर्यादा है, परंपरा है, उनको आप भंग करेंगे तो लोगों के पास चारा क्या बचता है. ये संसद है, ये सड़क नहीं है जिसमें सड़क में आप खड़े होकर कुछ भी बोल दे, कोई परवाह नहीं. यहाँ ये नियम और कानून से चलता है, इसलिए जो भी है उसको नियम और कानून मानने के लिए बाध्य होना पड़ेगा.
कांग्रेस के सांसद कह रहे हैं पहले प्रिविलेज कमेटी तो बना दे तब प्रिविलेज की बात करना.
मैं वो उनका काम है कहना, उनका काम है आरोप लगाना, वो आप लगाते रहेंगे. उनका काम ये नहीं है कि संसद चल सके. वो विभिन्न प्रकार के तर्कों के आधार पर जब कभी विदेश में होते हैं तो भारत की आलोचना और भारत में होते हैं तो भारत की तो आलोचना करते विदेश की भी आलोचना पे आ जाते हैं. तो एक गलत राह की तरफ भटकाव की स्थिति में आज कांग्रेस है.
We're getting some updates coming in. The special cell has asked Penguin India to answer some questions on the former Army Chief General Naravane's book. So this is a big update coming in, viewers. Remember that we have been tracking the controversy over the former Army Chief Naravane's book. Latest is a special cell is asking Penguin India to answer the 15 questions, some of which were answered by Penguin India team, and the team has requested time formed the police to answer the remaining questions. The special cell says that they will be analyzing the answers provided by Penguin India. The case is of the leak of the former Army Chief M.M. Naravane's book. Delhi Police Special Cell questioned the Penguin India team. Special Cell had issued a notice seeking answers to certain questions and summoned them for questioning. The questioning lasted approximately 2 hours. So this is a storm over Naravane's book. Remember that we saw Rahul Gandhi come into the parliament holding a copy of the unpublished book of the former Army Chief General Naravane, and this raised a huge concern. We also saw that the former Army Chief General Naravane had put out a post saying that the book is still not published, raising questions on why was Rahul Gandhi carrying an unpublished copy of Naravane's book. Okay, let's move ahead, viewers. Some other stories are coming in. Speculations are brewing on the final draft of the India-US trade deal. US President Trump called the trade deal historic and favorable to the US. He said it will immensely benefit America's coal export. Watch this report as we track the latest on the India-US daddy of all deals.
US President Donald Trump has called the trade deal with India historic. Stating that America was the #1 producer of energy in the world, Trump said that the trade deal with Japan, Korea and India will increase America's coal exports dramatically.
Once America is now the #1 energy producer in the world, we are by far #1. In fact, we're very soon going to be #1 by double what #2 is. And under our leadership, we're becoming a massive energy exporter. In just the past few months, we've made historic trade deals with Japan, Korea, India, and others to increase our coal exports dramatically. We're now exporting coal to all over the world, and the quality of our coal is supposed to be, I'm not an expert in coal, but I've been very good to the people that are. The quality of our coal is supposed to be the finest anywhere in the world.
And viewers, next we shift our focus to Bharat in 1 minute. We'll get you up to speed with what's happening across the nation. Getting updates coming in, Indian Navy has taken the helm of Combined Task Force 154, marking a significant milestone in its growing role within the Combined Maritime Force multinational security architecture. The change of command ceremony was attended by the Vice Admiral Deputy Chief of the Naval Staff, Indian Navy, and senior military leaders from other member nations. Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate the Seva Tirth and Kartavya Bhavan 1 and 2 on Feb 13th, marking a transformative milestone in India's administrative governance architecture. The new building complexes will house key government offices and ministries, including the Prime Minister's Office, National Security Council Secretariat, the Cabinet Secretariat, among others. The facilities feature digitally integrated offices, structured public interface zones, and centralized reception facilities designed to foster collaboration, efficiency, and seamless governance.
परंपराएं हैं, सबकी धज्जियां उड़ाते हैं, एक बड़े कैजुअल पार्लियामेंटेरियन की तरह व्यवहार करते हैं, सीरियस डिबेट के बदले ओछी बातें करते हैं, अनधिकृत विषयों को पार्लियामेंट में उठाते हैं और जो आज भारत विश्व की सबसे तेज गति से बढ़ती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था है, जो आज हमारा माँ भारत विश्व का आकर्षण का देश बना है, पूरा विश्व भारत की तरफ देख रहा है। भारत के 140 करोड़ लोगों के हुनर की तारीफ कर रहे हैं। 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों के ऊपर विश्व
Okay. Piyush Goyal saying India is the fastest growing economy today, making those remarks. Piyush Goyal also spoke on Rahul Gandhi, saying it's very unfortunate that Rahul is doing such things such as making baseless statements and misleading people. So there was a statement coming out from Piyush Goyal, also speaking about startups, saying it's really, really heartwarming to witness the growth of India in terms of startups. Piyush Goyal speaking specifically on the Rahul issue, saying that Rahul is engaging in loose talk instead of a serious debate. Coming in the backdrop of the BJP filing a notice to terminate Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's parliament membership, while we'll go ahead and play out that statement again. So as we are tracking this story, Piyush Goyal making this remark just after Rahul Gandhi's speech yesterday, in which he took swipe at the India-US trade deal and the union budget. Gandhi spoke on multiple issues yesterday, and all those allegations that Rahul Gandhi had made were countered by the BJP leaders. Latest coming in is that Piyush Goyal has also reacted, saying that Rahul's statements which have come in are loose talk. Short while back, we also heard a reaction coming in from Priyanka Gandhi on the BJP's action against Rahul Gandhi, and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said that this will not affect him at all. BJP MPs have filed a notice to terminate Rahul Gandhi's parliament membership. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has filed a notice to introduce a motion to terminate Rahul Gandhi's membership. He alleged that the Congress MP made baseless allegations without any facts, referring to Gandhi's speech, which was made yesterday, that is Wednesday. The BJP has demanded in its notice that Gandhi be barred from contesting elections for life. So back-to-back updates coming in, viewers on Republic TV, and this is coming in the backdrop of the lot of chaos that we have been seeing in the budget session. Latest is that Piyush Goyal has spoken out on this issue and said that it's very unfortunate that Rahul Gandhi is making baseless statements and misleading the people, very similar to some of the other statements coming in from BJP leaders on the issue.
कितना आनंद आता है भारत के स्टार्टअप और इनोवेशन इकोसिस्टम को बढ़ते हुए देखने का, और जिस प्रकार से, जिस उत्साह के साथ, और मैं तो कहता हूँ देश सेवा के भावना के साथ हमारे इनोवेटर्स बहनों और भाइयों का काम देखकर पूरा विश्वास बन जाता है कि भारत सही रास्ते पर है। आने वाले वर्षों में, अमृतकाल में जो हमने विकसित भारत बनाने का संकल्प 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों ने लिया है, उसको अपने आँख के सामने सफल होते हुए देखने का एक प्रकार से प्रतिबिंब आज इस कार्यक्रम में मुझे सौभाग्य मिला।
सर, पार्लियामेंट में जो कुछ भी चल रहा है, राहुल गांधी अब भी लगातार आरोप लगा रहे हैं को लेकर, उन्होंने कहा कि देश
बहुत दुर्भाग्य है कि श्री राहुल गांधी जी बेबुनियाद और झूठे आरोपों के आधार पर देश को गुमराह करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लोगों के बारे में अनाप शनाप झूठ बोलते हैं। दुर्भाग्य है कि बिना किसी आधार के राहुल गांधी जी एक बचपना सा व्यवहार जब पार्लियामेंट में करते हैं, पार्लियामेंट के रूल्स, पार्लियामेंट के रेगुलेशंस, पार्लियामेंट में जो कायदे कानून है, जो परंपराएं हैं, सबकी धज्जियां उड़ाते हैं। एक बड़े कैजुअल पार्लियामेंटेरियन की तरह व्यवहार करते हैं। सीरियस डिबेट के बदले ओछी बातें करते हैं। अनधिकृत विषयों को पार्लियामेंट में उठाते हैं और जो आज भारत विश्व की सबसे तेज गति से बढ़ती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था है, जो आज हमारा माँ भारत विश्व का आकर्षण का देश बना है, पूरा विश्व भारत की तरफ देख रहा है, भारत के 140 करोड़ लोगों के हुनर की तारीफ कर रहे हैं।
Getting some updates coming in. This has just come in. Congress MPs to file a defamation suit against Kiran Rijiju. This is the big update that's coming in live for our viewers. We'll try to connect to our colleague Harsha, who will be joining us live from outside Parliament in just a moment to get a sense of what this defamation suit is all about. But we've just seen a short while back this video that you're watching on your screen. This was shared by Kiran Rijiju, alleging that Congress MPs entered the Lok Sabha Speaker's chamber and abused the Prime Minister ahead of the Feb 4th parliamentary clash. I want to go straight back to Harsha. What is this defamation case against Rijiju, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, all about, filed by the Congress?
So, Shivangi, there's a defamation suit against Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, which the Congress MP from Kerala, Jyoti Mani herself, has told to Republic that this defamation suit they will be filing against peddling allegations on the Congress party, which Congress party is stating that the Parliamentary Affairs Minister not only released video but also alleged all the wrongful things against the opposition MPs and Congress MPs. And she went on by saying that Congress MPs were not there to harm the speaker. But Kiran Rijiju went on speaking to media by stating that that all the Congress MPs barged into the speaker's room. The strategy of Congress party was to harm the speaker, and there was a lot of noise, there was a lot of shouting and this low-glaring inside the speaker room, which didn't happen. Anything like that didn't happen. But we are seeing, Shivangi, in the video what in the video what exactly happened. How was the Congress leaders, speaking to media people, speaking to speaker's room, to the speaker, in what manner they were speaking. They were shouting at the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Rijiju. But now Congress MPs have went on by saying this is a reply of Congress party when asked on the substantive motion which the Nishikant Dubey has submitted in the Lok Sabha against Rahul Gandhi. To this response, Congress leader has stated that they will be filing defamation suit against Parliamentary Affairs Minister Rijiju for peddling lies and showing opposition party leaders in a bad light, in a bad picture, by circulating video of the speaker office in the Twitter. Back to you.
Okay. Harsha, I'll have to stay on with you because, of course, we've seen this to and fro between the Congress and the BJP. Yesterday, we saw in the budget session many statements being made by Rahul Gandhi. Then those were countered by the union ministers. And now we see that Kiran Rijiju has also released some videos that we are playing on a screen. Now the Congress has denied allegations. They now are also going ahead with this defamation suit. So we see a big war of words which is playing out, and it's taking a legal turn now.
Yes, Shivangi, this is taking a legal turn. The Congress MPs will be moving to the top court to file the defamation suit against Rahul Gandhi, against Kiran Rijiju, sorry. They are doing so because their tactics, their strategy, Shivangi, is actually not working in the floor of the House inside the Parliament. They very well know that they are unable to follow the rules and proceedings of the House of the Parliament, of the floor of the Parliament. They are disrespecting Prime Minister. They are disrespecting Prime Minister, and they are also disrespecting the floor of the House and the Speaker. And because they have disrespected the floor and and also made wild allegation without giving the proper authenticated letter to the Parliamentary Affairs Minister or Speaker before saying anything against the Cabinet Minister, they know that their strategy is not working inside the Parliament. That's the reason now they are taking it to the top court outside the Parliament by filing defamation suit against Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju. Back to you.
Okay. I think we're getting some more breaking news. If we're getting some more breaking news, let's move ahead to some of the other breaking news we're getting for our viewers. Sources say that latest update that we're getting for you on Rafale. Defense Acquisition Council chaired by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh passes the acquisition of additional Rafale fighter jets just a short while back. Huge update coming in, viewers, on Republic TV. This is a green signal given to buy the Rafales. Huge update. Which has come in on Republic. This is going to be a mega deal for India, and we are waiting for the green signal to come in, and now finally the green signal is here. It has been Rajnath-led. DAC has approved the extra Rafale buy. because this is coming just before India is all set to sign one of the biggest arms deal. And as we count down to that deal, which was waiting for clearance, now the clearance has come in, and we see that the deal will now go ahead. Big updates coming in, viewers, on Republic TV. The nod has come in for buying Rafale fighter jets from France. The Defense Ministry has given its nod for this huge deal. This is a deal to buy 114 Rafale fighter jets from France for the Indian Air Force. And the clearance has come in just ahead of French President Emmanuel Macron's forthcoming official visit to Delhi. All right, taking a short break, viewers, do not go anywhere. We will be right back. We'll put our focus on what's happening in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is voting for a new government over a year after Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power in August 2024. These are very important elections. And drunk cop in Haryana's Ambala hit a rickshaw and then run over a 24-year-old girl, killing her. Police has taken the cop into custody. Here's more.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये हित तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरी राजा
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की देगी मीरज,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मीरज।
Himanto Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference,
why the leader of opposition is not allowed to speak. Why don't? No, have you? I would like to know. Have you asked them? If the government has given you questions to ask.
No, that's not.
Then it's fine. I'll answer them all.
Speaker is saying that yesterday what happened was disgraceful and shameful. What happened?
What happened?
The way women MPs were in front of the treasury bench and tried.
So, what nonsense is this?
Ms. Gandhi, Parliament will be stalled every day. Ms. Gandhi, Parliament will be stalled every day like this. Will the Parliament will be stalled every day like this? Will the Parliament be stalled every day like this?
सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
नॉट देयर, मेरा काउंटर टॉप टूट जाएगा। मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, healthy every day.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching the Republic TV. This is Shivam Dutt Mehta, and the top focus in this bulletin will be on what Nishikant Dubey has said on Rahul Gandhi. And because Nishikant Dubey has alleged that Rahul Gandhi is working with anti-India forces, he has alleged that Rahul is working with the George Soros Foundation. He is in links with that. We'll get you all the reactions on this story and what Rahul Gandhi has said. We also confronted Rahul Gandhi and what response he gave. We'll get you all the details of that. But first up, the headlines. After 4 days of relentless campaign by Republic TV, Kanpur VVIP brat Shivam Mishra is finally arrested. A big Republic impact after all attempts to cover up the crime in the Lamborghini hit and run case. Police finally arrested Shivam Mishra. Kiran Rijiju releases new video. The video shows 20 to 25 Congress MPs barging into the Honourable Speaker's office and abusing the Speaker, threatening the PM. And the BJP has filed a notice to terminate Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's Parliament membership. And Bangladesh is voting for a new government over a year after Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power in August 2024, voting to happen till 4:30 p.m. Top focus, drunk cop in Haryana's Ambala hit a rickshaw and then ran over a 24-year-old girl, killing her. Police has taken the cop into custody. All right, viewers, we are getting a big breaking news right now at this moment. Sources say Defence Acquisition Council, chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, passes the acquisition of additional Rafale fighter jets on Thursday. Big breaking news on the Rafale fighter jets acquisition. A Defence Acquisition Council chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh passes the acquisition of additional Rafale fighter jets on Thursday. Now this means DSC met today to approve deal for 114 Rafale fighter jets. Now this is happening ahead of Macron's visit. Now DSC met today to approve the deal for 114 Rafale fighter jets ahead of French President Emmanuel Macron's visit for India for the Artificial Intelligence Summit from Feb 16 to 20. The Defence Acquisition Council, that is the DAC, chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, met today to consider big-ticket defence procurement proposals. The proposal to grant acceptance of necessary AON to buy 114 Rafale fighter jets from France. This comes at a cost of rupees 3.25 lakh crores. Now, the proposed project will entail procurement of 18 aircraft in flyaway condition and the rest made in India with up to 60% indigenous content. All right. For more information, we have Ishan joining us. Ishan, what are the latest details you are fetching? It was very important for India. Get us all the details that you are getting on this story. The 114 Rafale fighter jets, the clearance of which has been given.
This is a very important deal for India, as India was seeing the number of fighter jets dwindle and the number of fighter squadrons dwindle. The Rafale aircraft played a crucial role during Operation Sindoor and proved its mettle against enemy aircraft and enemy air power. The Defence Acquisition Council, led by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, has cleared an AON for acquisition of 114 Rafale jets of approximately 3.25 lakh crore rupees in value. This is one of the biggest defense deals that we have seen in recent times. Now, this deal is also very important because it also provides the manufacturing of Rafales to be done in India. The initial set of Rafales will come from a flyaway condition from France to stick up the necessity that is required. Apart from that, the remaining Rafales will be manufactured in India with up to 60% indigenous content, starting from around 30% and then ramping up to 60% by the end of it. This production line will be built in India, and this will provide an enormous boost to the local defense industry because a lot of those components that will be required to manufacture these Rafales will be sourced from Indian startup companies. Apart from this 114 Rafales, the Defence Acquisition Council has also given a nod to the P-8I aircraft, 6 P-8I aircraft to be imported from the United States. Now, these are submarine hunter aircraft and will provide maritime surveillance capability to the Indian Navy and will increase India's dominance and position in the Indian Ocean region. These aircrafts are really potent, and the most important thing that the DSC cleared is the indigenous marine engine. Now, this indigenous marine engine is an important step towards indigenization and Atmanirbharta because India has been importing marine engines from other countries, and now this is the first time that India will be has already developed and will be now manufacturing its own marine engines to be implemented in various ships and various other platforms. This particular step in the right direction will definitely boost India's defense industries, and all three of them taken together are a major step towards a very robust defense manufacturing sector and a very robust Indian defense system. Back to you.
Ishan, definitely, because India requires 42 squadrons mainly to tackle China and Pakistan, the two front threat that we have, and it's a big boost for that. Thanks a lot, Ishan, for the details you have shared on this story. So Rajnath-led DAC clears the deal. All right, viewers, let's move on to our next top story after the story of Rafale fighter jets. Now, another story, Nishikant Dubey writes a letter to the Speaker regarding Rahul Gandhi. Subject of the letter is unethical conduct of Shri Rahul Gandhi, MP, constituting a parliamentary inquiry to investigate his continual misdeeds for destabilizing the country and resigning his MP status in the letter. Now, Nishikant Dubey mentions Rahul Gandhi has entered into the world of unethical conduct and how he has become a major constituent of the Thuggery gang to destabilize India from within, and how his relentless and well choreographed actions within and outside Parliament are inimical for our country is a serious aspect of discussion in the entire nook and corner of the country. So the BJP MP says Rahul's objective is to defame the government. Big allegations against Rahul Gandhi levelled by Nishikant Dubey. Big development here. So Nishikant Dubey wrote a letter to Speaker regarding Rahul Gandhi, and the subject of the letter was unethical conduct of Sri Rahul Gandhi, the MP constituting a parliamentary inquiry committee to investigate his continual misdeeds for destabilizing the country and resigning his MP status. So Nishikant Dubey wants that Rahul Gandhi should not be allowed to participate in elections. He should be barred from taking part in elections, and his MP status should be revoked. He should be removed from the post of an MP. And also, he has alleged that Rahul Gandhi is working with, earlier also he has mentioned that Rahul Gandhi is working with anti-India forces. Nishikant Dubey has mentioned that Rahul Gandhi has links with the George Soros Foundation, and also he works in collusion with US Aid Ford Foundation. So serious allegations have been levelled by Nishikant Dubey against Rahul Gandhi, mentioning that Rahul Gandhi is working with the anti-India forces, and that's why he's travelling abroad again. Let's listen into what exactly Nishikant Dubey said.
मैंने आज लोकसभा में जो है एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन जो है मूव किया है राहुल गांधी जी के खिलाफ कि वो देश को तोड़ने वाली साजिशों के साथ, सोरोस के साथ, US एड के साथ, फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के साथ किस तरह से मिलकर देश को गुमराह कर रहे हैं, सेना के मनोबल को गिरा रहे हैं, और जितनी विरोधी शक्तियां हैं उनके साथ मिलकर भारत को टुकड़े टुकड़े कर देना चाहते हैं। उसके लिए मैंने एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन जो है माननीय स्पीकर साहब को मूव किया है कि इस पर चर्चा हो और राहुल गांधी की सदस्यता खत्म हो और वो चुनाव लड़ने के लिए जिंदगी भर के लिए डिबार्ड हो।
Well, viewers, meanwhile, Rahul also responded to Republic's questions when asked about the motion moved against him. Here's what he said.
Mr. Gandhi, privilege motion.
Is privilege that's the code word for today? Is that the word that you people have been given for today?
Mr. Gandhi, privilege motion.
Is privilege that's the code word for today? Is that the word that you people have been given for today? You're not totally employed by the BJP. At least try and do a little bit of objective stuff. It gets really shameful. It's too much. Don't you think? You're responsible people. You're media people. You have a responsibility to be objective. You can't just take a word they give you, right, every day, and then run your whole show on that. You're doing a disservice to this country. Are you not able to recognize that?
Well, it was the BJP, meanwhile, hitting back at Rahul Gandhi, raised the casual behaviour of Rahul Gandhi as a parliamentarian. Here's what Union Minister Piyush Goyal has said.
बहुत दुर्भाग्य है कि श्री राहुल गांधी जी बेबुनियाद और झूठे आरोपों के आधार पर देश को गुमराह करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लोगों के बारे में अनाप शनाप झूठ बोलते हैं। दुर्भाग्य है कि बिना किसी आधार के राहुल गांधी जी एक बचपना सा व्यवहार जब पार्लियामेंट में करते हैं, पार्लियामेंट के रूल्स, पार्लियामेंट के रेगुलेशंस, पार्लियामेंट में जो कायदे कानून है, जो परंपराएं हैं, सबकी धज्जियां उड़ाते हैं। एक बड़े कैजुअल पार्लियामेंटेरियन की तरह व्यवहार करते हैं, सीरियस डिबेट के बदले ओछी बातें करते हैं, अनधिकृत विषयों को पार्लियामेंट में उठाते हैं।
All right, viewers, now let's move on and get you all the top national stories in Bharat in 1 minute. The Indian Navy has taken the helm of Combined Task Force 154, marking a significant milestone in its growing role within the Combined Maritime Forces' multinational maritime security architecture. The change of command ceremony was attended by Vice Admiral Deputy Chief of the Naval Staff, Indian Navy, and senior military leaders from other member nations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate Seva Tirth and Kartavya Bhavan 1 and 2 on February 13, 2026, marking a transformative milestone in India's administrative governance architecture. The new building complexes will house key government offices and ministries, including the Prime Minister's Office, the National Security Council Secretariat, and the Cabinet Secretariat, among others. The facilities feature digitally integrated offices, structured public interface zones, and centralized reception facilities designed to foster collaboration, efficiency, and seamless governance. A mass peace protest was held in Churachandpur main town against MLA L.M. Khaute, protesting his participation in the formation of the government. The situation is currently under control by district police. Manipur. All right, viewers, now let's move on to our next top story. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic TV was at the forefront of questioning Kanpur police on giving Lamborghini crash accused, that is Shivam Mishra, a free run. We questioned why a driver was being fielded as the accused when CCTV evidence clearly showed him at the wheel. He was driving the car. After 4 days, Shivam has been arrested by the Uttar Pradesh police.
इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं जो शिवम के एडवोकेट हैं मृत्युंजय। आप शुरुआत से ही दावा कर रहे थे गाड़ी शिवम नहीं चला रहा है, लेकिन आज पुलिस ने गिरफ्तार करके शिवम को कोर्ट लेकर के आई। अब क्या कहेंगे?
जैसा कि मैं पहले से कह रहा था कि ड्राइवर जो है गाड़ी शिवम का ड्राइवर चला रहा था, वो शिवम का ड्राइवर ही चला रहा था गाड़ी। अब उनको गिरफ्तार किया गया है, वो यहाँ पर पुलिस ने उनको पेश किया है। हम लोग उनकी जमानत याचिका जो आज दाखिल कर रहे हैं, जो भी आदेश होगा आपके समक्ष होगा।
आपकी थ्योरी में कल मोहन आया, मोहन को लाया गया कोर्ट ने, लेकिन मोहन का सरेंडर को स्वीकार नहीं किया। क्या लगता है कि इसको कवर अप कितना किया जाए?
वो न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है, वो न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है, जो भी होगा जी।
वकील साहब, साफ तौर पर वीडियो पे दिख रहा है कि शिवम गाड़ी से निकल रहा है, सिंगल ड्राइवर है, सब कुछ, उसके बाद भी इस कवर अप क्यों?
वो न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है, सारा कुछ जांच का विषय है। जो कुछ भी जो भी आदेश होगा माननीय न्यायालय का, वो आपके समक्ष होगा कुछ देर।
बिल्कुल ठीक है आपकी बात, लेकिन मोहन वाली थ्योरी क्यों यहाँ पर रखी?
ठीक है,
क्या लगता है अब आगे क्या सुनवाई होगी?
ठीक
है। तो देखिए, साफ तौर पर जो वकील हैं वो हमारे सवालों से भागते दिखे। जब हमने उनसे पूछा इस पूरी घटना में कवर अप क्यों है, तो वो माइक के आगे से भागकर कोर्ट के अंदर चले गए।
देखिए, ऐसा कि आपने अपने आप कहा कि नहीं कि अगर मैं उनके पिताजी का आरोप था कि शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ गलत एफआईआर की जा रही है कि जब ड्राइवर गाड़ी चला रहा था, लेकिन पुलिस ने सभी तथ्यों की जांच करने के बाद शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ एफआईआर किया। यानी कि शिवम मिश्रा को बचाने का कोई ना इरादा पुलिस का था ना किसी का था। शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ कार्रवाई की गई। शिवम जो भी कानूनी कार्रवाई की एक प्रक्रिया होती है, उस प्रक्रिया के तहत उन्होंने कई जगह छापे मारे शिवम मिश्रा के यहाँ, और जहाँ पर भी शिवम मिश्रा मिले उनको गिरफ्तार करके उनको कोर्ट के सामने पेश किया। और मैंने पहले भी कहा था, पहले दिन कहा था कि आप लोग कह रहे हैं कि शिवम मिश्रा को बचाने का प्रयास किया। मैंने कहा शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी, शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ एफआईआर हुई, शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ घर पे छापे मारे जा रहे हैं, वो जहां पर भी होंगे उनको गिरफ्तार किया जाएगा। और वही हुआ।
रमेश जी, लेकिन सरकार आपकी, पुलिस आपकी, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर आपका, 4 दिन लग गए। सीसीटीवी फुटेज पहले दिन से बता रहा था कि शिवम मिश्रा ही था उस गाड़ी में, वही बैठा हुआ था, लेकिन बॉडीगार्ड झूठ बोल रहा था। पुलिस ने 4 दिन लगा दी कार्रवाई करने में, और अब आप कह रहे हैं कि पुलिस ने समय पर कार्रवाई।
देखिए, मैंने क्या कहा, एक जो इस तरीके के एक्सीडेंट होते हैं उनमें कानूनी कार्रवाई की एक प्रक्रिया होती है। उस प्रक्रिया के तहत जांच की गई, जांच में शिवम मिश्रा को दोषी माना गया और शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ एफआईआर किया गया। उसके बाद एफआईआर करने के बाद शिवम मिश्रा जब वहाँ चले गए तो उनके यहाँ घर पे भी छापा मारा गया, और बाद में बताया गया कि उनका कहीं इलाज चल रहा है। पुलिस वहाँ पर भी गई, उसके बाद नहीं मिलेगा। और जहाँ पर वो मिले, पुलिस निरंतर जिस दिन से शिवम मिश्रा का नाम आया उनको गिरफ्तारी करने का प्रयास कर रही थी और अंत में पुलिस ने उनको गिरफ्तार किया और कोर्ट में पेश किया।
ऐसा तो नहीं है कि बड़े आदमी है, टोबैको बैरन है, अमीर आदमी है, तो पुलिस शील्ड करने की कोशिश कर रही थी। पहले दिन से लगी हुई थी कि जो असल जो गिरफ्तारी है वो ड्राइवर की हो जाए, शिवम मिश्रा की ना हो।
देखिए, ये आरोप बेबुनियाद है। अगर पुलिस चाहती तो पहले दिन आखिर में उनके पिता के आरोपों के आधार पर ड्राइवर के खिलाफ एफआईआर करती, शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ नहीं करती, या बाद में आप जब लोग कहते तब फिर करती। ऐसा नहीं किया ना, हमने पहले ही जब उनके आरोपों को खारिज किया और खारिज करने के बाद हमने जांच किया, यानी कि पुलिस ने जांच की और जांच में पाया कि शिवम मिश्रा ही दोषी है, शिवम मिश्रा ही गाड़ी ड्राइविंग कर रहा था। शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ तत्काल एफआईआर किए गए। एफआईआर करने के बाद पुलिस दूसरे दिन ही उनके घर पे पुलिस गई, छापा मारा, वो वहाँ नहीं थे और घटना के बाद लगातार पुलिस लगी हुई थी। और अंत में मैंने कहा था शिवम मिश्रा जी कहीं भी होंगे, शिवम मिश्रा बक्से नहीं जाएंगे। शिवम मिश्रा अगर इस केस में दोषी है तो वो गिरफ्तार किए जाएंगे, उनके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई की जाएगी। उत्तर प्रदेश में कानून का राज है और कानून का राज रहेगा।
All right, viewers, let's move on to our next top story. Now, in a tragic incident near Ambala's Kalipaltan Bridge in Haryana, a 24-year-old woman that named Nikita was killed on the spot when an allegedly drunk police officer rammed his vehicle into an e-rickshaw she was traveling in. The collision caused Nikita to fall onto the road, after which the officer's vehicle ran over her. Now, furious locals overpowered the officer and handed him over to the police. Now, Nikita's family and community members are now demanding strict action against the accused, highlighting concerns over accountability when law enforcers break the law. The case has sparked widespread outrage over drunk driving and police misconduct.
गाड़ी है कहाँ पे आपकी? गाड़ी कहाँ है आपकी?
मेरी गाड़ी को वहीं खोज ली थी, वहीं यहाँ पे जब पंगा आया था।
पंगा आया
था? जो भी हुआ था। मैं रुक गया था किसी के लिए, वहीं पे मेरी गाड़ी की जमी।
अच्छा, किसी रुके थे आप? रुके क्यों थे आप?
मेरे साथ हस्तक्षेप किया गया।
हैं?
हस्तक्षेप किया गया मेरे साथ। मैंने कोई गलत काम नहीं किया। मैंने अपनी गाड़ी रोकी इसलिए किसी का बचाव करूँ, वो मेरे हस्तक्षेप कर लगे, मेरी गाड़ी भी जब भी लगी।
अच्छा अच्छा,
मेरी गाड़ी भी
जो गाड़ी पे स्क्रैच है आपकी,
मुझे पता मेरी गाड़ी में क्या है।
ये जो गाड़ी में स्क्रैच है
गाड़ी के अंदर मेरा सामान पड़ा है, तौलिया है,
अच्छा
ब्रश है,
अच्छा
पेस्ट है।
नहीं, जो गाड़ी पे स्क्रैच है आपकी वो
देख लो, गाड़ी देख लो, आप गाड़ी चेक करो।
हाँ, स्क्रैच है उस पे गाड़ी पे,
देख लो आप,
देख लीजिए ना, देख के बता रहे हैं आपको। हाँ।
मेरा नाम रविंदर सिंह है, मैं ई रिक्शा चालक हूँ। मैं अम्बाला कैंट से शहर आ रहा था, तो रास्ते में बस अड्डे से मैंने 4 सवारियों को पिकअप किया। 2 सवारियां मॉडल टाउन की थी, 2 सवारियां जंडली की थी। तो हम काली पलटन का पुल पार करके आ रहे थे अम्बाला शहर की तरफ को, तो पीछे से ये होंडा सिटी कार पुलिस वाला जो चला रहा था, उसने 100 की स्पीड पे आके हमारे ई रिक्शे को पीछे से ठोक दिया। और पीछे से ठोक दिया तो ऐसा ठोका तो उसने उसमें से ई रिक्शे में से उछल कर लड़की बाहर सड़क की तरफ गिर गई, हाईवे की तरफ। तो उस पुलिस वाले ने कार को लड़की के ऊपर चढ़ा दिया और लड़की के ऊपर चढ़ा दिया। तब हम बहुत आगे जाके रुके, रिक्शा वाले हम आगे जाके रुके, तो 4 सवारियां भी हमारे पास, 3 सवारियां जो पीछे बीच में बैठी रह गई थी। तो हमने दोबारा वापस जाके देखा, वहां पर बहुत भीड़ इकट्ठा हो गई थी। तो इतने में बस लड़की जब वहां पे तो सांसें चल रही थी और यहाँ पर आके पता चला कि लड़की पूरी हो चुकी है।
ये हमारा एक EHC अमित कुमार था जो बलदेव नगर में चौकी में राइडर नंबर 13 पे लगा हुआ था। ये अपनी गाड़ी वरना में जिसका नंबर HR29 AE 8282 था, उसमें बस स्टैंड की तरफ से बलदेव नगर साइड में जा रहा था। गाड़ी उससे कंट्रोल नहीं हो सकी तो गाड़ी का टायर उसके ऊपर से कुचल दिया लड़की को। तो उसने फिर अपनी गाड़ी को ग्रिल में साइड में जब कंट्रोल नहीं हुई मार दी और फिर राहगीरों की इमदाद से उसको सिविल अस्पताल अम्बाड़ा शहर में दाखिल कराया। तो डॉक्टरों ने इसको चेक करके मृत घोषित कर दिया। तो हमने रात ही उनके परिजनों का बयान लेकर FIR दर्ज कर दी है और अमित जो हमारा हेड कांस्टेबल है उसको अरेस्ट कर लिया और उसका मेडिकल भी करा दिया। शराब तो इसने पी हुई थी और डॉक्टर ने भी अल्कोहल स्मेल लिखा है और हमने इसका ब्लड का सैंपल भी ले लिया है, जिसको हम शीघ्र ही अपनी लेबोरेटरी में भेजेंगे और वहाँ से इसका जो भी रिजल्ट आएगा आपको बता दिया जाएगा।
All right, viewers, the victim's family also alleged that the police officer was intoxicated. They have demanded strict action and justice for the victim. Listen in.
मेरी बहन गुड़गांव काम करती थी, वो दिल्ली अपने भाई के साथ आ रही थी।
उनका ना कैंट में एक्सीडेंट हो गया था। पुलिस वाले ने ना बैठे हुए रिक्शे को टक्कर मार दी, फिर उनके ऊपर गाड़ी चढ़ा दी, जिनके करके उनकी वो अब एक्सपायर हो चुके हैं। नाम उनका निकिता बजाज है, उम्र 24।
कुछ नहीं, मेरी भतीजी है जो गुड़गांव जॉब करती है मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी में, तो वह घर किसी कार्य से आ रही थी, तो कैंट में उतरते हैं और ई रिक्शा लेते हैं। ई रिक्शा पे बैठते हैं भाई बहन दोनों। मेरा भतीजा भी वहीं जॉब करता है दिल्ली में, तो दोनों भाई बहन घर आ रहे थे, ई रिक्शा में बैठे थे। पीछे से पुलिस वाला एक वरना गाड़ी में वाइट कलर की पीछे से ई रिक्शा को टक्कर मारता है, जैसा कि मेरी भतीजी जो हमारी बेटी है वो सड़क पे गिर जाती है। और पुलिस वाले ने इतनी ज़्यादा ड्रिंक कर रखी होती है कि उसको समझ ही नहीं आती, ना वो रोकता है गाड़ी, वो सीधा गाड़ी ऊपर चढ़ा देता है मेरी बेटी के। और जो मेरा भतीजा है वो साथ ही होता है, फिर वो पुलिस वाले उसको पहले भतीजी को संभालता है, फिर वो पुलिस वाले को पकड़ता है। इतने में जो बाकी सवारियां थी वो मेरी भतीजी को लेके हॉस्पिटल चली जाती हैं, सिविल हॉस्पिटल जो यहाँ से नज़दीकी पड़ता है, लगभग 1-1.5 किलोमीटर दूरी पर। और जो मेरा भतीजा है वो पुलिस वाले को पकड़ लेता है, जिससे सही तरीके से खड़ा भी नहीं हुआ जा रहा है, इतनी ज़्यादा उसने ड्रिंक कर रखी है।
All right, in yet another shocking case of a road rage incident, a man was dragged on the bonnet of his car in a moving car. Now, the incident took place late night on Old Airport Road, where his countless pleas to the driver to stop went unanswered. Watch this report for more information.
A shocking case of broad daylight road rage. A man being dragged on a car bonnet. The victim helplessly pleaded the driver to stop, but the pleas fell on deaf ears to the reckless driver. While the victim kept pleading, the aggravator kept accelerating. As per eyewitnesses and this video, this car was seen speeding recklessly. This road rage incident endangered the lives of not just the driver and the victim, but even other motorists traveling on that busy road. The entire incident was caught on camera and has since sparked outrage. As per the official statement by police, a case has been registered in connection with this incident. The accused in this case has been detained and the vehicle involved has also been seized.
Well, viewers, let's move on to our next top story. The Indian Air Force conducted its final dress rehearsal at the emergency landing facility on the Moran bypass ahead of its inauguration. Now, fighter jets carried out successful trial landings and takeoffs on the 4.2-kilometer highway stretch, the first such facility in the northeast. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to inaugurate the airstrip and land directly on the highway. Security has been tightened as preparations enter the final stage. Take a look.
The Indian Air Force conducted its final dress rehearsal at the emergency landing facility on the Moran bypass in Assam's Dibrugarh district. The exercise began at 8:30 a.m. this morning and is part of preparations for the formal inauguration of the highway airstrip scheduled for the 14th of February. After an earlier cargo aircraft landing, the Air Force has now begun trial takeoffs and landings of various fighter aircraft at the newly developed 4.2-kilometer stretch at Jatiani, which has been converted into an emergency landing facility, the first of its kind in the northeast region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to inaugurate this facility on the 14th and is expected to land directly on the highway airstrip in a special aircraft from Chabua Air Force Station. The Moran Emergency Landing Facility carries major strategic importance, enabling advanced fighter aircraft such as the Rafale, Sukhoi and MiG jets to use the highway for emergency and operational requirements in the future.
All right, viewers, time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere because coming up next, Kiran Rijiju releases a new video showing 20 to 25 Congress MPs barging into the Speaker's office and abusing the Speaker. Coming up next.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi and National Law School Bengaluru.
Are pure सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल ये रंग दे ये खुशबू दे ये तीखा ये कम पड़े क्या निराला MDH मसाला
Himanto Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध MDH गरम मसाला
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now, viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play.
Why the leader of opposition is not allowed to speak? Why don't? No, have you? I would like to know. Have you asked them? The government has given you questions to ask.
No, that's not.
Then it's fine. I'll answer them all.
Speaker is saying that yesterday what happened was disgraceful and shameful.
What happened? What happened?
The way women MPs were in front of the treasury bench and tried.
So, what nonsense is this?
Ms. Gandhi, Parliament will be stalled every day. Ms. Gandhi, Parliament will be stalled every day like this. Will the Parliament will be stalled every day like this? Will the Parliament be stalled every day like this?
रमेश जी, क्या 3 ZRO इंजीनियर को सस्पेंड करने से हो जाएगा क्या?
दिस इज मर्डर। ये गैर इरादतन हत्या का मामला इसमें होना चाहिए कि नहीं सर, आपकी नज़र में?
सर, क्या उन पुलिस वालों पर भी कार्रवाई होगी जिन्होंने शिकायत दर्ज करने से इनकार कर दिया? सर, क्या किसी तरीके की कार्रवाई पार्षद पर भी की जाएगी? सर, जनता के सवालों का जवाब दीजिए सर।
थोड़ा इधर हो, साइड में हो।
सर, लोगों की जान जा रही है सर, खामोश सर आप अभी भी खामोश हैं। सर मीडिया को धक्का देने से क्या होगा सर? जवाब जनता का जवाब दीजिए।
Top headlines, viewers. After 4 days of relentless campaign by Republic TV, Kanpur VVIP Brat Shiva Mishra is finally arrested. A big Republic impact after all attempts to cover up the crime in the Lamborghini hit-and-run case. Police finally arrest Shiva Mishra. Kiran Rijiju releases a new video showcasing 2025 Congress MPs barging into the Speaker's office and abusing the Speaker. BJP has filed a notice to terminate Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's Parliament membership. Bangladesh is voting for a new government over a year after Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power in August 2024. Drunk cop in Haryana's Ambala hit a rickshaw and then run over a 24-year-old girl, killing her. Some breaking updates coming in. A tragic incident highlighting systemic negligence. A young man riding his bike home late at night on the Rura Shivli Road near Kadri village at Kanpur. The Dehat's Shivli police station area lost control and plunged into a deep roadside pothole filled with mud and water. He remained trapped and unnoticed for hours. It was only in the morning when the farmers heading to their fields spotted him, and with the help from villagers and passerbys managed to pull him out after great effort. By then his body had stiffened from prolonged exposure injury. And despite being rushed to the hospital, he was declared dead on arrival. Police recovered the body for post-mortem, underscoring yet another life claimed by negligence. Young biker has died. He was trapped in a Kanpur mud hole, leading to this death due to negligence in Kanpur. This is a developing story which is coming in, so we're still waiting for more updates in terms of what is the situation looking like. I think we have Gaurav with us. Let's go to Gaurav. Gaurav, another death coming in due to negligence. This is coming in from Kanpur. A young man has lost his life due to falling into a deep roadside pothole. This pothole was filled with mud and water. What do we know so far?
देखिए बिल्कुल कानपुर देहात के शिवली थाना क्षेत्र के अंतर्गत कल देर रात युवक अपने घर जा रहा था बाइक से, जिस दौरान वो गड्ढे में गिरा और उसके बाद गड्ढे में कीचड़ और पानी होने की वजह से वो इतनी देर वहां फंसा रहा, जिसके चलते उसकी मौत हो गई। सुबह जब राहगीरों ने देखा तो उसकी बॉडी को निकाला, उसके बाद उसको जब अस्पताल लेके गए वहां उसको मृत घोषित कर दिया गया। सिस्टम की बड़ी लापरवाही ने एक बार फिर एक युवक की जान ली है। जहां पूरा प्रशासनिक हमले की बात की जाए तो साफ तौर पर किसी ने भी इस मामले में संज्ञान नहीं लिया था, और कैसे रोड किनारे जो गड्ढा था, लंबे समय से वहां पर ये गड्ढा था जिसको कहीं भी भरा नहीं गया था। इस चलते जो कल युवक है उसकी गड्ढे में गिरकर मौत हुई है। सिस्टम का बड़ा फेलियर है। अब तक इसमें प्रशासन की तरफ से कोई भी बयान सामने नहीं आया, कोई भी इस पूरे मामले में कोई भी अपना बयान नहीं दे रहा, सभी इससे बचते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। लेकिन बता दें, सिस्टम की बड़ी लापरवाही थी जिसके चलते एक युवक की जो अपने घर जा रहा था और उस वक्त गड्ढे में गिरने से उसकी जान चली गई।
Okay, so civic negligence has killed this man. So latest update coming in is that he plunged into a deep roadside mud hole. So we're getting some more information exactly to what exactly happened there. It was a mud hole. It was filled with mud and water. He was trapped there for hours unnoticed. Gaurav, how long was this young man trapped there? How many hours did he spend inside that mud hole?
देखिए 4 से 5 घंटे जो युवक था वो वहीं पर पड़ा रहा और मिट्टी में ही वो निकलने की कोशिश करी उसने, लेकिन नहीं निकल पाया क्योंकि गड्ढा गहरा था और लंबे समय से गड्ढा वहां पर मौजूद था। किसी भी प्रशासनिक अमले ने इसकी कोई भी जो इस पर एक्शन लेना चाहिए था वो नहीं लिया था। और साफ तौर पर सिस्टम की बड़ी लापरवाही थी, जिसके चलते कल जब वो अपने घर जा रहा था उस दौरान उस गड्ढे में गिर जाता है और उसके बाद उसकी मौत हो जाती है। 4 से 5 घंटे वहीं पड़ा रहता है। सुबह जब वहां से राहगीर और किसान निकलते हैं तो वो देखते हैं कि एक बाइक पड़ी हुई है, युवक पड़ा है, उसको वहां से उठाते हैं और उसके बाद उसको अस्पताल लेकर के जाते हैं, जहां डॉक्टर उसको मृत घोषित करते हैं। डॉक्टरों का कहना है कि इसकी मौत 2 से 3 घंटे पहले ही हो चुकी थी। तो कहीं ना कहीं सिस्टम की एक बड़ी लापरवाही एक बार फिर एक युवक की जान ले ली है।
Okay. So putting on these visuals, these are disturbing visuals, disturbing video of that unfortunate incident. So viewer discretion is advised as you look at those visuals. It's a tragic incident highlighting negligence. A young man was riding his bike home late at night. This is coming in from Kanpur. He fell into a deep roadside mud hole. It was filled with mud and water. We'll also put out the other story which had come in from Delhi, very similar one, where a biker had died in Delhi's Janakpuri area after falling into a very, very deep pothole. It was dug up. It was a construction site which was dug up. I want to go back to my colleague. Putting out those two visuals, Gaurav, one is an incident of a Delhi biker who had fallen into a construction site. It was all dug up. It was very deep construction site where the biker fell in Delhi. And then, on the other hand, this incident coming in from Kanpur. What are the family members saying of this young man who has died in Kanpur?
देखिए, बिल्कुल परिवार में जो उसका भाई था उसका साफ तौर पे कहना है कि देर रात जब उसका भाई घर लौट रहा था उस दौरान ये हादसा होता है, गड्ढे में गिर जाता है और गड्ढे में गिरने के बाद कोई वहां पर उसकी मदद के लिए नहीं पहुंचता है, चूंकि रोड के किनारे गड्ढा था और देर रात होने के कारण कोई वहां से नहीं गुजरा था, जिसके चलते किसी को उसकी पुकार भी नहीं सुनाई दी, जिसके चलते वो 4 से 5 घंटे वहीं फंसा रहा और उसने उसी गड्ढे में गिरने से दम तोड़ दिया। सुबह जब उसको अस्पताल लेकर के जाया गया तो वहां डॉक्टर ने उसे मृत घोषित कर दिया। देश के कई जगहों से इस तरह की तस्वीरें आ रही जहां सिस्टम के फेलियर की वजह से लोग अपनी जान गंवा रहे हैं। बात चाहे नोएडा की जाए, दिल्ली की जाए या कानपुर देहात की जाए, लगातार इस तरह की जो तस्वीरें आ रही, दिल दहला देने वाली तस्वीरें हैं, जहां सिस्टम के सिर्फ फेलियर होने की वजह से जो लोग हैं अपनी जान गंवा रहे हैं।
All right. So we are getting these updates coming in. Very unfortunate. Civic negligence has claimed the life of a young man in Kanpur when he fell into a mud pit. It was filled with water and mud. Disturbing video there. Very similar to the Janakpuri biker death where the young man had fallen into a pit and lost his life. That was incident coming in from Delhi's Janakpuri. Let's move ahead, viewers. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has submitted a notice in the Lok Sabha to initiate a substantive motion against Congress leader and leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi. BJP demanded the cancellation of Rahul Gandhi's parliamentary membership and a lifetime ban from contesting elections, alleging that Gandhi colludes with anti-India forces by associating with organizations like the Soros Foundation, Ford Foundation, and USAID, and making visits to such countries such as Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and the US. He clarified it was not a privileged motion, but a substantive one, accusing Rahul Gandhi of misleading the nation and undermining institutions through claims which have no base in Parliament.
मैंने आज लोकसभा में जो है एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन जो है मूव किया है राहुल गांधी जी के खिलाफ कि वो देश को तोड़ने वाली साजिशों के साथ, सोरोस के साथ, यूएसएड के साथ, फोर्ड फाउंडेशन के साथ किस तरह से मिलकर देश को गुमराह कर रहे हैं, सेना के मनोबल को गिरा रहे हैं और जितनी विरोधी शक्तियां हैं उनके साथ मिलकर भारत को टुकड़े टुकड़े कर देना चाहते हैं। उसके लिए मैंने एक सब्सटेंसिव मोशन जो है माननीय स्पीकर साहब को मूव किया है कि इस पर चर्चा हो और राहुल गांधी की सदस्यता खत्म हो और वो चुनाव लड़ने के लिए जिंदगी भर के लिए डिबार्ड हो।
Meanwhile, Rahul has also responded to Republic's questions when asked about the motion moved against him. Here's what he said.
Mr. Gandhi, privilege motion.
Is privilege that's the code word for today? Is that the word that you people have been given for today?
Mr. Gandhi, privilege motion.
Is privilege that's the code word for today? Is that the word that you people have been given for today? You're not totally employed by the BJP. At least try and do a little bit of objective stuff. You know, it gets really shameful. It's too much. Don't you think? You're responsible people, you're media people, you have a responsibility to be objective. You can't just take a word they give you, right, every day, and then run your whole show on that. You're doing a disservice to this country. Are you not able to recognize that?
मैम प्रिविलेज को लेकर क्या कहेंगे? हो गया। मैं वहाँ बैठी थी, किसी ने किसी को अब्यूज नहीं किया। कुछ एक दो एमपी थे जिनको जो थोड़े ज्यादा नाराज थे, तो उन्होंने वो एक्सप्रेस किया, अपनी नाराजगी एक्सप्रेस की, और मैंने ये भी देखा है कि मैं पीछे से इनकरेज कर रही थी, बिल्कुल झूठे और चुपचाप बैठी थी, और अंत में मैंने एक दो चीजें बोली शांति से स्पीकर साहब।
All right, the BJP meanwhile, while hitting back at Rahul Gandhi, raised the casual behavior of Rahul Gandhi as a parliamentarian. This is what Piyush Goyal said. Let's listen in to what the Union Minister said, saying that the kind of statements made by Rahul Gandhi are absolutely baseless.
बहुत दुर्भाग्य है कि श्री राहुल गांधी जी बेबुनियाद और झूठे आरोपों के आधार पर देश को गुमराह करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लोगों के बारे में अनाप शनाप झूठ बोलते हैं। दुर्भाग्य है कि बिना किसी आधार के राहुल गांधी जी एक बचपना सा व्यवहार जब पार्लियामेंट में करते हैं, पार्लियामेंट के रूल्स, पार्लियामेंट के रेगुलेशंस, पार्लियामेंट में जो कायदे कानून है, जो परंपराएं हैं, सबकी धज्जियां उड़ाते हैं। एक बड़े कैजुअल पार्लियामेंटेरियन की तरह व्यवहार करते हैं। सीरियस डिबेट के बदले ओछी बातें करते हैं। अनधिकृत विषयों को पार्लियामेंट में उठाते हैं।
सेना का अपमान, संविधान का अपमान, संसद का अपमान, स्पीकर का अपमान, संसदीय और सारी मर्यादाओं का अपमान, संवैधानिक संस्थाओं का अपमान, यही कांग्रेस पार्टी की पहचान। पहले 2 वीडियो किरण रिजिजू जी ने ट्वीट किए, जिससे कि पता चला कि कैसे सुपारी लेकर प्रधानमंत्री पर अप्रत्याशित हमला करने की तैयारी में थी कांग्रेस। अब एक और वीडियो जो कांग्रेस ने इलीगली शूट किया, वो दिखाता है कि कैसे 20 से 25 कांग्रेसी स्पीकर साहब को गाली दे रहे थे, उंगली दिखा रहे थे, चिल्ला रहे थे और प्रधानमंत्री को भी अपशब्द बोल रहे थे, धमकी दे रहे थे। ये दिखाता है कि कांग्रेस की मानसिकता और मंशा क्या है। वो दरअसल हर बार केवल और केवल संवैधानिक संस्थाओं को गाली देना चाहती है और फिर नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन लाती है, कभी इलेक्शन कमीशन के खिलाफ, कभी स्पीकर के खिलाफ, कभी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के खिलाफ, कभी प्रेसिडेंट के खिलाफ। असलियत तो ये है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी की एंटाइटल्ड और इमरजेंसी मानसिकता है जो राहुल गांधी की है। वो रूल्स तोड़ते हैं, झूठ बोलते हैं पार्लियामेंट में। जब झूठ पकड़ा जाता है, जैसे कि उन्होंने एक ऐसी किताब का हवाला दिया जो पब्लिश नहीं है और नरवणे जी ने उनको एक्सपोज किया, तब जाकर वो स्पीकर को अपशब्द कहते हैं, संवैधानिक संस्थाओं को टारगेट करते हैं और नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन लाते हैं। ऐसी एनार्किस्ट बिहेवियर चाहे पार्लियामेंट के अंदर हो या पार्लियामेंट के बाहर हो या स्पीकर के चेंबर हो, ये दिखाता है कि कांग्रेस एक गाली गैंग बन चुकी है। ये गांधीवादी नहीं, ये गालीवादी कांग्रेस है, ये अराजकतावादी कांग्रेस है और आज वो एक्सपोज हो चुकी है।
Whenever you speak anything in this house, this August House, you have to have a proof and a paper where you can say कि नहीं, this is what I'm quoting against Prime Minister or I'm quoting against the government, and मेरे पास इसके बाकायदा प्रूफ है, मेरे पास ये सारे तथ्य हैं और ना मैं उसको टेबल ऑफ द हाउस रख के then I can blame and claim anything. बट आप ऐसे उठ के खाली हेडलाइन करने के लिए आप एकदम देश को बहकाने के लिए कुछ कह दें, तो ये तो नहीं होता। एंड देन यू हैव टू डेफिनेटली आंसर, और आपको वो सबूत देना पड़ेगा, वो तथ्य रखने पड़ेंगे कि आपने विश्व के सबसे बड़े नेता को और उस पर आपने कोई आरोप लगाया, तो उसको आपको डॉक्यूमेंटेड आरोप बताना होगा कि ये दिस वाज द प्रूफ, दिस इज व्हाट आई नो, मैं वहां था या मेरे पास ये प्रूफ है, या इस डील में मैं था या वो वाली डील में मैं था, ये डील मेरे सामने हुई, ऐसा कुछ तो बोलना होगा. यू कांट जस्ट कम एंड ब्लेम, जस्ट यू गेट अप एंड से एनीथिंग एंड जस्ट वॉक आउट एंड मेक दिस पूरे देश को, यू कांट कीप इट इन द कंफ्यूजन.
And viewers, let's move ahead to Bharat in 1 minute. We'll tell you what is happening across the nation. Let's get started. In Ludhiana, viewers, a 18-year-old BBA student died on the spot after his high-speed motorcycle collided with a white car. A car was driven by a gym trainer, reportedly turned right without signaling. Incident was captured on CCTV and the police have arrested the driver. Tamil Nadu's Madurai security forces were deployed as a major trade union staged a nationwide strike against several central government policies. Protest has affected normal activities with heightened security measures in place to maintain law and order. Indian Navy has assumed command of Combined Task Force 154 for the first time, marking a significant milestone in multinational maritime cooperation established in 2023. CTF 154 focuses on maritime training and capacity building among the 47 member nations of the Combined Maritime Forces. And viewers, before we end this show, here is a look at the role that our air warriors, that is the Indian Air Force, plays in securing India's skies. Take a look.
The eastern gateway of India, where hills meet the sea and heritage meets purpose. A city that stands as a guardian of the Bay of Bengal. A city where tradition meets technology and every street leads to the sea. Visakhapatnam welcomes the world as a unifying force of the seas.
Namaste and greetings. As we step into 2026, India stands ready to host a historic trinity of maritime confluence on India's east coast at the city of destiny, Visakhapatnam. The International Fleet Review, the Multilateral Maritime Exercise Milan, and the Conclave of Chiefs of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium will together bring the global maritime community to our shores.
India hosts a historic maritime convergence. For the first time, the International Fleet Review, Exercise Milan, and the IONS Conclave of Chiefs come together as one unified event. One of the largest gathering of naval forces and maritime leadership assembled at a single location.
Guided by India's inclusive maritime vision of mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions, or Mahasagar, which in Hindi means the ocean. This gathering reflects the Indian Navy's enduring commitment to cooperation across the global commons.
The ocean has always connected us. Long before borders, long before flags. Extending from Sagar to Mahasagar, India's maritime philosophy moves from the Indian Ocean to the world.
The International Fleet Review will celebrate our shared traditions and cement mutual trust and respect.
The review begins in remembrance, honoring sacrifice and the victories that shaped India's maritime identity. From the Bay of Bengal to distant oceans, the courage of the past guides the future. Fleet reviews are among the oldest traditions of the sea. A moment when readiness meets respect and strength stands in formation. The International Fleet Review was first hosted by India in 2001 and once again in 2016. A ceremonial assembly of nations, of ships, submarines and aircraft, a testament to maritime camaraderie. The third edition of the International Fleet Review brings together more nations than ever before. As night descends, the sea gives way to spectacle. The International City Parade transforms Vishakhapatnam into a symbol of precision, color and light, where navies, nations and culture march under one sky. Beyond the ceremony, the IFR village opens its doors, an immersive celebration of art and culture.
The 13th edition of Exercise Milan will offer an opportunity to learn from each other, to exchange expertise, and to deepen operational understanding. In Harbour, this will include subject matter expert exchanges and sharing of submarine rescue expertise by our deep submergence rescue vessels. At sea, participating navies will bring forth their finest professional skills, enhancing interoperability and reinforcing our collective resolve to keep the seas safe, secure and stable.
The 13th edition of Indian Navy's flagship multilateral exercise, Milan 26, guided by the theme camaraderie, cooperation, collaboration, enabling navies to operate together as a cohesive force and creating a shared maritime commons built on partnership, professionalism and mutual respect.
Concurrently, the 9th IONS Conclave of Chiefs will provide a vital forum to address shared challenges and seek collective solutions. As India assumes the chairmanship of IONS for the next 2 years, we remain committed to working with all members in fostering collaboration towards maritime security in the Indian Ocean region.
The Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, IONS, unites navies across the Indian Ocean. The 9th IONS Conclave of Chiefs marks India's second chairmanship of the forum, bringing together naval leadership from 25 member nations, 7 observer states and 9 invited countries to advance dialogue on maritime security and cooperation. Beyond ceremony, navies of the world sail together, united through oceans. And across the world, the Indian Navy stands as a global security partner, building interoperability, strengthening trust, and securing global commons for all who depend on it.
Above all, this is a gathering of friends, strengthened across seas, cultures, and generation of sailors. It is my honor to welcome our friends and partners from across the globe to an experience that is both professionally rewarding and culturally enriching. We eagerly look forward to welcoming you and effecting a rendezvous. Namaste and thank you.
Pure शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching the Republic TV. This is Shivam Dutt Mehta, and the top focus in this bulletin will be on the Kanpur VVIP brat, the one who was driving the 10 crore rupees Lamborghini. Now he has been arrested. This is a direct Republic impact. We'll get you all the details and updates on this story and a lot more. But first up, the headlines. Defence Acquisition Council approves deal for 114 Rafale jets worth rupees 3.25 lakh crore from France. After 4 days of relentless campaign by Republic TV, Kanpur VVIP brat Shivam Mishra finally arrested.
A big Republic impact after all attempts to cover up the crime by the family in the Lamborghini hit-and-run case. Police finally arrested Shivam Mishra. Kiran Rijiju releases new video showing 20 to 25 Congress MPs barging into the Speaker's office and abusing the Speaker, threatening Prime Minister. The BJP has filed a notice to terminate Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's Parliament membership. Bangladesh is voting for a new government over a year after Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power in August 2024. All right, viewers, let's begin this bulletin with the big breaking news that is coming in from Bangladesh. It's about Bangladesh elections. Now, violence has erupted at several places, at several polling booths in Bangladesh, and also a BNP leader has been killed in this violence. Now, violence erupted at several polling booths across Bangladesh on Thursday, leading to the death of a political leader as the voting was underway across the nation, as per the local media. Now, amid the escalating violence, BNP, that is the Bangladesh Nationalist Party leader, whose name is Mohibuzzaman Koche, died at the Alia Madrasa polling station in Khulna district. Now, former Khulna Sadar Thana BNP Organizing Secretary Yusuf Harun Majnu said there was tension at the centre since the morning. The principal of Alia Madrasa was campaigning for Jamaat. When he stopped him, he pushed Mohibuzzaman Kochi. As a result, he hit a tree and got hit on the head and got killed. And this is what caused his death. This big development coming in from Bangladesh election where a BNP leader was killed. Now, violence erupted at several polling booths and BNP leader got killed. Now, violence erupted at several polling booths across Bangladesh on Thursday. All right, for more details, we have Kishle joining us for more details. Kishle, one BNP leader has been killed in the violence and violence has erupted at many polling booths in Bangladesh. What details?
Well, exactly as the pollings are underway in Bangladesh, there has been several areas of violence, several areas under violence, and we can see that a BNP leader is killed near a polling station. That is what we are getting to know, primary information. Moizuddin Kochi is his name. He is killed in near a polling station. Now, we know that the Bangladeshi elections are right now held in a way where the Jamatis, the extremist Jamatis, are trying to capture power and influence voters. On the other hand, the BNP party, Bangladeshi Nationalist Party, is also trying to pitch their own cause in this election. And we saw that the son of Sheikh Hasina, he returned to Bangladesh after a long time to fight these elections. Now, right now, the situation is very tense in Bangladesh as we are getting information about a death in Bangladesh, especially near a polling booth. And further reports ensure that he is a BNP leader, Mohibuzzaman Kochi. He died at the Alia Madrasa polling station in Khulna district. Former Khulna Shodor Thana BNP organizing secretary has confirmed this. Further violence from several other areas are also reported as the elections are underway in Bangladesh.
All right, thanks a lot for the information on Bangladesh elections. Now, BNP leader was killed in Bangladesh. All right, viewers, let's move on to our next top story. Now, today, Defence Acquisition Council, that is the DAC, chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, passed the acquisition of additional Rafale fighter jets. Now, DAC met today to approve deal for 114 Rafale fighter jets. Now, this comes ahead of French President Macron's visit to approve a deal for 114 Rafales. Now, the proposal is to buy 114 Rafale fighter jets from France at a cost of rupees 3.25 lakh crore. Now, the proposed project will entail procurement of 18 aircraft in fly-away condition and the rest made in India with up to 60% indigenous content. About 80% of the 114 Rafales proposed to be acquired under the deal are planned to be manufactured in India. So big boost for Indian Air Force, for the Indian defense. More Rafales coming to India. All right, we are being joined by Air Marshal Anil Chopra to discuss on this issue. Thanks a lot, Air Marshal sir, for joining us on this issue. How will it help to boost the air defense capabilities of India? Because we have hostile neighbors across both sides, whether it be Pakistan, whether it be China. What are your initial comments on this big deal approval, the clearance for 114 Rafale fighter jets?
You know, we are at an all-time low of 29 fighter squadrons vis-a-vis the 42 authorized. As you rightly said, we have major threat. China already has 300 plus fifth generation aircraft. And our LCA program, the Mark 1A, is still running behind schedule by around 2 years. We have yet to get the first aircraft. We believe it may come to us only in May, and therefore the urgency to have fighter class of aircraft. Since the indigenization is being pushed, both 1A and Mark II, as well as the AMCA, we must make them succeed. But we urgently need to fill the gap, and for that, we had the choice to choose an MRFA aircraft between the 8 contenders. But to go through that entire process could take 6 to 8 years, and therefore a government-to-government deal would perhaps be the best. And to buy a fighter, which is already there with us, tried and tested. We have paid for one-time enhancements. The aircraft has done extremely well in Op Sindhur, and therefore 114 aircraft has been chosen. And I must mention that out of these 114 plus 26 for the Rafale M that we have going to purchase for the Navy, put together makes it 140 viable numbers to make in India. 18, as you said, will come in flyaway condition. These all will be F4 standard. Mind you, the present standard is F3R. That's the standard of the Rafale. So F4 is a higher standard. Only the French Air Force is inducted, and only UAE has just ordered F4s. So we are going to have these F4s. Subsequently, the last 25 aircraft will be F5, which will be a much higher standard as far as integration of weapons and radars are concerned, and avionics. And I must mention that the F4 will have, we will have the authority to upgrade. We have to integrate our own Astra Mark 1 and 2. The Mark 2 is going to be of the class of the PL-15 of China. So there are. Other thing is that we are already, set up a plant in Nagpur for making of fuselage. We are going to make close to 24, 25 fuselages every year. The M88 MRO overall facilities are being set up in India at Hyderabad. So all this put together, we are not only going to make the Rafale for India, but Rafale for the whole world. Mind you, the French have got close to 533 aircraft orders as of today. Only around 300 have been delivered. And once we add these numbers of the Indian order, as and when it happens, and I hope it happens very, very quickly, the numbers will be very significant. And therefore, the French will be able to use this line not only to supply India, but also to supply around the world.
All right, sir. The other question I would like to ask you, what will be the level of technology transfer if it comes to this deal? The technology transfer is also very important because it is also a boost for Make in India initiative, but also the technology transfer. Will the future fighter jets, the 5th generation we are working on, future jets will be made in India only? Can we expect that?
Undoubtedly, there is a need to negotiate this. There will be a very tight negotiation on this and level of transfer of technology. Unlikely any country will give a source code because they are worried about it going into the hands of somebody else. So, but what will be the minimum that we would expect is that we should have unlimited means to be able to integrate all avionics and weapons that we may wish to do so in future. Mind you, this aircraft, once it comes into the country, will be with us for at least next 30 to 40 years. That's a long time, and we want to become absolutely independent. And making this aircraft in India will also bring in technologies, our workforce, our labor, skilled manpower, technicians, everybody, the designers, everybody learn in the process, and it will certainly. Now, mind you, F4 and certainly the F5 are going to imbibe 6th generation technologies, and some of those technologies we are also looking at for AMCA. AMCA will be a 5th generation aircraft, but we are going to imbibe some 6th generation technology, and therefore the Rafale when it comes. That will be a win-win for both the sides. I also want to mention that the French have been time and tested friends for India.
Yes.
They supported us for everything. They didn't, even after nuclear tests in the 1998, 99, they backed us. So it is going to be a great deal, expensive one, of course, but then you have to pay money if you want security.
All right. Thanks a lot, Air Marshal Anil Chopra, for sharing your insight and also sharing the nitty-gritties of this big deal, which will be a major boost for the Indian Air Force and the Indian Defence Forces. Thanks a lot, sir. All right, viewers, now let's move on and get you all the top national stories in Bharat in 1 minute. The Indian Navy has taken the helm of Combined Task Force 154, marking a significant milestone in its growing role within the Combined Maritime Forces, a multinational maritime security architecture. The change of command ceremony was attended by Vice Admiral, Deputy Chief of the Naval Staff, Indian Navy, and senior military leaders from other member nations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate Seva Teerth and Kartavya Bhavan 1 and 2 on February 13, marking a transformative milestone in India's administrative governance architecture. The new building complexes will house key government offices and ministries, including the Prime Minister's Office, the National Security Council Secretariat and the Cabinet Secretariat, among others. The facilities feature digitally integrated offices, structured public interface zones and centralized reception facilities designed to foster collaboration, efficiency and seamless governance. A mass peace protest was held in Churachandpur main town against MLA LM Khaute, protesting his participation in the formation of the government. Now the situation is currently under control by district police. All right, viewers, let's move on to our next top story. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Republic TV was at the forefront of questioning Kanpur police on giving Lamborghini crash accused, that is the Shivam Mishra, a free run. We questioned why a driver was being fielded as the accused when CCTV evidence clearly showed him at the wheel. After 4 days, Shivam has been arrested by Uttar Pradesh police.
इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं जो शिवम के एडवोकेट हैं मृत्युंजय। आप शुरुआत से ही दावा कर रहे थे गाड़ी शिवम नहीं चला रहा है, लेकिन आज पुलिस ने गिरफ्तार करके शिवम को कोर्ट लेकर के आई। अब क्या कहेंगे?
जैसा कि मैं पहले से कह रहा था कि ड्राइवर जो है गाड़ी शिवम का ड्राइवर चला रहा था, वो शिवम का ड्राइवर ही चला रहा था गाड़ी। अब उनको गिरफ्तार किया गया है, वो यहाँ पर पुलिस ने उनको पेश किया है। हम लोग उनकी जमानत याचिका जो आज दाखिल कर रहे हैं, जो भी आदेश होगा आपके समक्ष होगा।
आपकी थ्योरी में कल मोहन आया, मोहन को लाया गया कोर्ट ने, लेकिन मोहन का सरेंडर को स्वीकार नहीं किया। क्या लगता है कि इसको कवर अप कितना किया जाए?
वो न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है, वो न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है, जो भी होगा जी।
वकील साहब, साफ तौर पर वीडियो पे दिख रहा है कि शिवम गाड़ी से निकल रहा है, सिंगल ड्राइवर है, सब कुछ, उसके बाद भी इस कवर अप क्यों?
वो न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है, सारा कुछ जांच का विषय है। जो कुछ भी जो भी आदेश होगा माननीय न्यायालय का, वो आपके समक्ष होगा कुछ देर।
बिल्कुल ठीक है आपकी बात, लेकिन मोहन वाली थ्योरी क्यों यहाँ पर रखी?
ठीक है,
क्या लगता है अब आगे क्या सुनवाई होगी?
ठीक
है। तो देखिए, साफ तौर पर जो वकील हैं वो हमारे सवालों से भागते दिखे। जब हमने उनसे पूछा इस पूरी घटना में कवर अप क्यों है, तो वो माइक के आगे से भागकर कोर्ट के अंदर चले गए।
देखिए, ऐसा कि आपने अपने आप कहा कि अगर में उनके पिताजी का आरोप था कि शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ गलत एफआईआर की जा रही है कि जब ड्राइवर गाड़ी चला रहा था, लेकिन पुलिस ने सभी तथ्यों की जांच करने के बाद शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ एफआईआर किया। यानी कि शिवम मिश्रा को बचाने का कोई ना इरादा पुलिस का था ना किसी का था। शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ कार्रवाई की गई। शिवम जो भी कानूनी कार्रवाई की एक प्रक्रिया होती है, उस प्रक्रिया के तहत उन्होंने कई जगह छापे मारे शिवम मिश्रा के यहाँ, और जहाँ पर भी शिवम मिश्रा मिले उनको गिरफ्तार करके उनको कोर्ट के सामने पेश किया। और मैंने पहले भी कहा था, पहले दिन कहा था कि आप लोग कह रहे हैं कि शिवम मिश्रा को बचाने का प्रयास किया। मैंने कहा शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी, शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ एफआईआर हुई, शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ घर पे छापे मारे जा रहे हैं, वो जहां पर भी होंगे उनको गिरफ्तार किया जाएगा। और वही हुआ।
रमेश जी, लेकिन सरकार आपकी, पुलिस आपकी, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर आपका, 4 दिन लग गए। सीसीटीवी फुटेज पहले दिन से बता रहा था कि शिवम मिश्रा ही था उस गाड़ी में, वही बैठा हुआ था, लेकिन बॉडीगार्ड झूठ बोल रहा था। पुलिस ने 4 दिन लगा दी कार्रवाई करने में, और अब आप कह रहे हैं कि पुलिस ने समय पर कार्रवाई।
देखिए मैंने क्या कहा, ये जो इस तरीके के एक्सीडेंट होते हैं उनमें कानूनी कार्रवाई की एक प्रक्रिया होती है। उस प्रक्रिया के तहत जांच की गई, जांच में शिवम मिश्रा को दोषी माना गया और शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ एफआईआर किए गए। उसके बाद एफआईआर करने के बाद शिवम मिश्रा जब वहाँ चले गए तो उनके यहाँ घर पे भी छापा मारा गया और बाद में बताया गया कि उनका कहीं इलाज चल रहा है। पुलिस वहाँ पर भी गई, उसके बाद नहीं मिले और जहाँ पर वो मिले पुलिस निरंतर जिस दिन से शिवम मिश्रा का नाम आया उनको गिरफ्तारी करने का प्रयास कर रही थी और अंत में पुलिस ने उनको गिरफ्तार किया और कोर्ट में पेश किया।
ऐसा तो नहीं है कि बड़े आदमी है, टोबैको बैरन है, अमीर आदमी है, तो पुलिस शील्ड करने की कोशिश कर रही थी। पहले दिन से लगी हुई थी कि जो असल जो गिरफ्तारी है वो ड्राइवर की हो जाए, शिवम मिश्रा की ना हो।
देखिए ये आरोप बेबुनियाद है। अगर पुलिस चाहती तो पहले दिन आखिर में उनके पिता के आरोपों के आधार पर ड्राइवर के खिलाफ एफआईआर करती, शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ नहीं करती, या बाद में आप जब लोग कहते तब फिर करती। ऐसा नहीं किया ना, हमने पहले ही जब उनके आरोपों को खारिज किया और खारिज करने के बाद हमने जांच किया, नहीं कि पुलिस ने जांच की और जांच में पाया कि शिवम मिश्रा ही दोषी है, शिवम मिश्रा ही गाड़ी ड्राइविंग कर रहा था। शिवम मिश्रा के खिलाफ तत्काल एफआईआर किए गए। एफआईआर करने के बाद पुलिस दूसरे दिन ही उनके घर पे पुलिस गई, छापा मारा, वो वहाँ नहीं थे और घटना के बाद लगातार पुलिस लगी हुई थी। और अंत में मैंने कहा था शिवम मिश्रा जी कहीं भी होंगे, शिवम मिश्रा बक्से नहीं जाएंगे। शिवम मिश्रा अगर इस केस में दोषी है तो वो गिरफ्तार किए जाएंगे, उनके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई की जाएगी। उत्तर प्रदेश में कानून का राज है और कानून का राज रहेगा।
Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri, thank you very much for joining me today. We are in the middle of a very, very hot parliament session. We're in the middle of a very volatile parliament session. A lot is being said, a lot is being exchanged, a lot of accusations are being made, privilege motions are being moved up, and you're right there in the middle of the action. You're not a traditional politician. You're a technocrat, bureaucrat.
After 9 years of being a minister, you still don't want to allow me to be called a politician. I don't know what qualifies. Oh, well, yeah, I spent 39 years in the civil service, 4 years with an international think tank, and now here. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying this kind of.
That politicians are believed to have thick skin.
Well,
but you didn't start off being a politician, so I presume.
No, but listen
to me.
Listen to me. No matter what you do, if you take it seriously, you try and do the best you can. The thickness of your skin is a direct reflection of the kind of people you deal with. Now, when I was a civil servant, I dealt with more benign people. But, you know, as a politician, I have to deal with the honorable leader of the opposition, and dealing with him and the likes of him, you end up developing a thick skin.
In what way?
In what ways? Because, you know, my view, Arnab, is that politics, the essence of politics is freedom of speech. The essence of freedom of speech is discourse. And the essence, core of that is participation. Therefore, if you have an issue, you raise it in Parliament, stand there, let somebody else respond to it. But, you know, earlier I used to describe his brand of politics as shoot and scoot. Now it is spit and fly. Now, if he wants to raise an issue, he is never there. I mean, when he's not traveling abroad and even Parliament is in session, sometimes he's traveling abroad when Parliament is in session. Today, the issue is different. If he thinks a foreign government, has a chokehold on us because XYZ, he has to explain it. Now, going and doing a jiu-jitsu grip posture, so-and-so happened, mixing up apples and oranges, etc. I can tell you as a former trade negotiator, you know, I was a trade negotiator in the year of the Lord, 1981. If you talk about trade deals, this is one of the best phases in India's history. We've got 9 deals, one after the other. 27 members of the EU. We've got a trade deal with the United States. And he says India is sold out. Sold out. And sold out why? Farmers not protected, data not protected, this not happened, that not. Arey bhai, explain to karo. Padh to lo kya likha hai? Arnab, this is a framework agreement on an interim agreement. There is still stuff to be negotiated. And he's linking it to something in some file somewhere, something in some file somewhere. Somebody has a friend of yours has a case somewhere. Arey bhai, the Prime Minister's mind is not wired to take pressure. I worked with the Prime Minister 9 years. I've been a member of his team, but I've had the privilege of knowing him earlier. And if there is any point of time
Post-May 2014, our economy has gone from fragile 10th position to 4th position, going up. And it's shooting up. And he decides to echo somebody's view, it's a dead economy. He says, I decides to say, this is not right. Farmers are against it. Arey bhai, if you are serious about your profession, read what is there. My colleagues who are responsible for trade negotiations said, farmers' interests fully reflected. See what's in the joint statement. Somebody else puts out some sheet and then retracts it today. So all I'm saying is, our parliamentary democracy has two kinds of people. People who dedicate themselves for the Samaj Seva and the transformation of the country, and those who are casual about their work and who provide elements do I get an impression, right, that the government has sort of been very indulgent with Rahul Gandhi over the last 10 years? I think in the past, I think we should let him have it now. You think you've been too indulgent with Rahul Gandhi in the last 10 years, and now it's sort of fraying at the seams? No, I think Rahul, Arnab, there is, when you talk about the honourable leader of opposition, I choose my words carefully, there are 2 points of views around, and these are not only in the party. One is that it's good to have a leader of opposition like him. Why? Because A, he provides entertainment value, is not able to pursue any issue seriously. He raises an issue and then he goes completely in another direction. So it's one issue today, and then he'll raise it for about 6-8 hours, then they will go off the tangent and raise another issue. So there are some people who believe it. I personally believe that a government like ours, which has a mandate which is massive, which is in for Mr. Modi, the Honourable Prime Minister's on his 3rd term, we deserve a responsible opposition, so that if there is some act of omission or commission we are committing, we should be able to correct it through constructive criticism. I believe in that. Does Mr. Gandhi, will he grow into that role? I don't think. I think it's late in the day. And the Congress party is imploding. There are people in the Congress party who say, kahan phas gaye? If the guys, by the time he finishes the leadership of the party, they'll be too old to contest election. So there's turmoil there. But as far as I'm concerned, I can only wish him the best of luck. You're in the line of fire as well. I'm not in the line of fire. I'll tell you something. You're in the line of fire over these Epstein files. Now, I think that, Mr. Puri, you and I should have an absolutely open and straight conversation on it. You have said yesterday that there are, in 8 years, there is one substantive email. The opposition and others are saying there are 163 mentions as per the US government's Justice Department dedicated to Epstein, where there are references to you. That's not a small number. You've said you met Jeff Epstein only a few times, but the correspondence and exchanges are established much more than that. Now, my question to you is, in what capacity were you in touch with Epstein? Let me correct you. In the 8 years I was in New York, starting May, June 2009 to 2017, there's a total of 4 meetings with the man. In 8 years, 4 meetings. And the number of references there are, maybe repetitions, there one after, if say, Arnab, Hardeep Puri, Navika Kumar, Maria, so-and-so. So if you take one, that's their counting. If I say on record that there are not more than 3 or 4 meetings, or to be charitable, I'll say 4. And the email, what am I discussing? There are 2 things about... Why are you having email exchanges with a dubious man? You have said yesterday that in the 8 years, allow me, there is 1 email I've exchanged with him. And later you said there's only 1 substantive email. Then went on to say there are 1 or 2 others. This clouds the mind of the public. We must be clear. It sounds... The critics will say this is wishy-washy. For heaven's sake, let me show you the email. I can recite it from... It's a discussion with Reid Hoffman, who is the founder of LinkedIn. And I'm a private citizen. When I'm put in touch with him and I meet him in Los Angeles, I'm saying that India presents a great opportunity for digital innovation, for internet penetration, for Make in India, Digital India. Epstein is about wrongdoing. Epstein, there are things in the Epstein files which are about criminal wrongdoing, which the FBI is chasing to bring justice to the victims of those things. This has got nothing to do with that. This is about somebody who's a private citizen saying India under Modi presents great opportunities. So please, somebody of your standing, Arnab, read the email. I remember it offhand. I can even tell you, read the email in its entirety. There's nothing about... How do you assume I have not read it? I have. Then I'm surprised you're asking a question. No, but may I ask you a follow-up? Yeah, please. If it is Reid Hoffman. You are Hardeep Puri. You are India's ambassador to the UN.
No, I'm not. I'm a private citizen at that point of time.
You're a private.
I ceased being India's ambassador in March 2013. This is an exchange of October 2014.
If
1 year and 6 months later.
You are saying you're pushing digital India.
Yeah.
How did Epstein know that the Reid Hoffman meeting was scheduled?
I told you.
What was his role in it?
No, I explained that. And let me explain it to you because you have hopefully more following. But I thought others have become very clear on it. I go there as part of a delegation of the Independent Commission on Multilateralism. I'm the Secretary General. A former Prime Minister of Australia is the chair of that. In that meeting, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so. He sends an email to POTUS, this is legal counsel. Legal counsel means a lawyer. POTUS is President of the United States. Saying, tell POTUS to come for the high-level climate summit. A lot of important people will be there. Gordon Brown, Prime Minister of UK, President of Mongolia, XYZ. And he says, Hardeep Puri of India. He doesn't know me. He's heard of me because he's met me 1 or 2 times. And he suggests that Reid Hoffman meet me. So he sets up a meeting through somebody, I don't know who it is. I meet Reid Hoffman and I copy him. And what am I telling Reid Hoffman? He's asking me, did you persuade Reid to go to India?
No, he says, and you've been very uncharitable. You just said I have not read the emails.
No, I'm glad you're reading it. Then let's read the thing.
Why did you say that I have not read the email?
Because anyone who's read it would know that I'm pushing digital India. I'm pushing Make in India.
I know
and
that.
Before it is
I know that. But you know I never do interviews without going through this stuff.
No, I know that. That's why I've known you, because you and I went to the same college. You're known for due diligence. That's why you have such a standing.
We were part of the same debating society as well. But my question is, he writes to you on 4th October 2014.
Yeah.
He says, tell him you will organize his trip to India to meet with science and tech people and social networking gurus. My question is, under what authority does Jeff Epstein tell you to organize a meeting for the LinkedIn chief?
Jeff Epstein in 2014 is somebody who's known to everybody. Somebody asked me, didn't you know who he was? No, I didn't know who he was. In 2008, he had some problem in Florida and he served house arrest. But in 2014...
That's my question. In 2008, allow me.
Can I complete this? 2014, when I meet him, he's meeting the whole world. He's meeting heads of state, heads of government. He's meeting prime ministers and president. At that stage, when we found out that there is something wrong with the guy who's more controversial, my first meeting, I had a sense of unease.
What sense of unease?
I'll tell you, when my boss then, Terry Rod Larson, turned around and said, I want to take you and the chairman of the thing and the members of the board of highly respectable people to a evening event somewhere. I said, where? You know, he jokingly said, I won't tell you because you'll Google the place and you might not come. So I said, then how will I reach a place if you don't tell me where it is? So he said, Anna, the driver, will bring you there. Then I asked Anna, what is the address you're taking us? I don't think she also knew. I Googled the address and I told my other colleagues, should we go? They said, well, you're going as part of a group. And he refers to that. There are a lot of people in that evening. I don't know if it's the same event, but my first meeting was, there is Woody Allen there, there is a prime minister of some ex-prime minister there, there are, Kevin Rudd, his name is mentioned, Prime Minister of Australia, I'm there. After a little while, you sit there, have that, and you come away. Now, in 8 years, you've met this guy 4 times. Yes, he says, meet somebody called Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman is a very respectable man. He is the founder of LinkedIn.
Yes.
And I send them a detailed mail saying, please go and invest in or look at India. What are the arguments I use?
No, I know the arguments you are using.
Then I
know the arguments you are using. Mr. Puri, this constant assumption by you that I have come to meet you without reading the emails is absolutely wrong. Because I've seen the arguments, but I still have a follow-up question. Am I allowed to ask the follow-up
You're allowed to ask any question.
Yes.
If after reading the email, you still come back to who Epstein was, I know who Epstein was. I discovered lately and I walked away from that.
I'm not questioning your intent, because in that 13th November 2014 email you're writing to Jeff Epstein, CC Reid Hoffman, and you're saying, I briefed you on the discussion with Reid in Silicon Valley, SoftBank investing 10 billion in the Indian e-commerce space, Prime Minister Modi's focus to revive the Indian economy, Make in India, India's 200 million internet users, digital infrastructure rollout plans. So you're not pushing any personal agenda. You're pushing
personal agenda.
You're pitching Make in India. Now, my question to you is only this, and this question you must answer, that in what Why Jeff Epstein? Because.
It's a very simple thing.
Because you are saying that everybody in New York knew him. He was a very prominent member
in
of
2014, they didn't have the kind of doubts. But as the time goes on, a lot of us left the place.
No, but in 2008, he had pleaded guilty to state charges of solicitation of prostitution and solicitation of prostitution with a minor under the age of 18 and was sentenced to 18 months in minimum security facility. So he was drenched
in house arrest. He was in house arrest.
He was drenched in muck.
By the way, yeah, by the way, in 2008, what happened in Florida, if it had been known in New York in 2008 or 9, some of the guys wouldn't have been talking to him. This is my view.
Some of the guys?
People who was meeting...
So you're saying he was very much back and he was active?
No, as far as I'm concerned, when I got to know really who he was or what the other...
were you using him as a bridge to Silicon Valley figures to push the India story?
Not at all. When I retired in 2013, I had plans of, doing something different in life. And in one of those moments, I met Reid Hoffman. But by the way, I was also looking at the solar system, etc. But that's not part of this. It just so happened that this guy was part of the introduction. So that's why I'm sending a message to Reid Hoffman to him. But once we found out who he was, we switched off.
When did you know that?
Well, immediately thereafter. I mean, when, details, there's a rumor mill also which goes around. This is the same guy. You check up who he is. As I said, first meeting also, one was ambushed. I checked up. Later on, by the way, the person who introduced me, Terrier Rod Larson, was sacked by the IPI. And, by the way, there was an exchange between Epstein and Terrier Rod Larson. Epstein refers to me in 2015 and he says two-faced. Arnab, this is important. Two-faced, question mark. And Terrier Rod Larson, who was finally sacked from the IPI, says, if you meet an Indian and a snake, kill the Indian first. And, therefore, my standing with both these guys, and that's why, if I were a beneficiary of that, I was not getting anything out of it. I was part of the independent commission, which was a project of the IPI to see if the UN was...
So Terrier Lord Larson, what was he fuming about India on December 25th, 2015, within an email thread involving Jeff Epstein, with whom you had scheduled meetings and coffee conversation? Terrier Lord Larson says, have you heard the saying, when you meet an Indian and a snake, kill the Indian first?
Yeah.
This remark appears in an email chain that includes correspondence about you earlier in 2015 regarding meeting and coffee conversation. What was the immediate context of the remark? What discussion, disagreement, or subject involving India as an Indian individual?
I'll tell you something. The fact that I was referred to as two-faced by a man like Epstein, which clearly I found out later when these emails came, it was a great sense of reassurance to me.
Why?
Because I had a dislike for the guy.
I had a dislike?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's a international figure. First time I met him, I went part of a delegation. Second time, whatever it is, he is boasting that he knows me. But after a while, when you find out that the guy was involved in something in the past, it's very difficult to ask, 2008 this happened. Yeah, I went in 2009. I had nothing to do in 2008 there. In 2009, I had no clue to who Epstein was till 2013. But look, I don't need to defend myself on this. Because even the strongest allegation is not saying that this is part of some sex or other operation. Why were you in touch with him? Yeah, Arnab, I'm 73 years old. I have been in touch with terrorists. I have been in touch with all kinds of people. That's all professional, this thing. As a young first secretary, I was sent to Jaffna.
Which terrorist? Which terrorist?
Velupale Prabhakaran. I was the one sent to bring him to India. Does that make me a terrorist? I was the one who went and had secret contacts with Prabhakaran and Jaffna. Look, this is part of one's professional thing. You have interviewed a lot of interesting people in the world. Nobody, I think, dares ask you the question, why did you interview that guy? He has a shady reputation. My God, the more the shadier the reputation, the more fun an interview can be. But today, my context here is not what that guy is associated with me. My context is I'm pushing the India story, for heaven's sake. And I'm smelling of roses on that.
Are you feeling vulnerable?
Not at all. I'm enjoying myself.
You see the opposition is going to go after you. I get a feeling from the kind of messages and exchanges. They're having a good time. They're going to take every email of yours, put tweets out on it. How are you going to fight this? Because can I ask you very frankly?
yesterday, Rahul Gandhi said there is this businessman, Anil Ambani. Why is he not in jail? I would like to ask Hardeep Puri.
You know, ask Hardeep Puri, but Hardeep Puri, not about Anil Ambani.
I know who introduced him, and Hardeep Puri knows who introduced him. Who introduced him?
Terry Rod Larson, who was the president of the IPI. I was in a project of the IPI.
So what is?
No, let me tell.
Are you in the line? I mean, do you see the opposition would want a scalp?
Oh, come on. I am smelling of roses and the opposition knows it.
How are you going to fight this, Hardeep Puri?
There is nothing to fight here. If I am saying I am peddling India, I wear that as a badge of honor. And by the way, the question, Rahul Gandhi said, who introduced him? Then that shrieking Jain, Supriya Srinath and Pawan Khera asked who introduced. I said, Terry Rod Larson introduced. That is all. That is all there is. And I have never denied that I met somebody. I provided you the context. Am I vulnerable? No, I've never felt better.
Mahua Moitra publicly posted an email about how J.F. Epstein asked for a visa for his assistant to attend a wedding in India, and you wrote to Pramod, I think Ambassador retired Pramod Brajaj, confirming assistance and outlining the formal application route. Now, can you clarify what happened? Now, Mahua Moitra says you called her and asked her to delete the tweet containing this message, and that you told her that if people come after me now, he won't be able to help it, unquote. Did you make such a call?
Let me first of all separate the two things. One is the visa request.
Yes.
A visa request comes to somebody who has served as India's ambassador.
Yes.
The Indian ambassador replies, put them in touch with, I have nothing to do with visa, I'm a retired ambassador. And that guy says, apply online. What can be more straightforward than that? You are told that somebody says, can you help me with a visa? He said, this is the procedure online, you apply and you get the visa or you'll be rejected. That's all, that's nothing. Insofar as Mahua Moitra is concerned, I've had the dubious distinction of knowing her for a long time. I don't want to use words which are unparliamentary. She's a serving member. She is not just economical with the truth. She's also inventive. All I asked her was, you use the word pimp. Pimp has sexual connotation. That I was pimping for the Prime Minister, okay? I asked her, have you read the...
She used that word?
She used that word in a tweet. That's why I said. And Arnab, I called her just to ask her, since I knew her well, have you read the tweet? Have you read the email? Have you read it? And she was going on and on. Sir. I said, don't sir me, I have a name. If you've read it, all I'm saying is, I am disappointed. That was my exchange with her. About people coming after her or coming after me, listen, there is something very obvious. Mahua Moitra is in the line of fire on 101 things. Yesterday, somebody in the BJP made some tweet on her. You know, she appeared before the Ethics Committee because, you know, all MPs have a handle, you know, which they give for asking Parliament questions. And she said nobody in our staff speaks English. So she gave the handle to somebody else who was asking questions, and that guy was asking questions which are on the business interests of that man. So please, I don't want to get into it. She's got enough to handle on her own. As far as I'm concerned, things like Mahua Moitra calling me XYZ, I also wear as a badge of honor because my life is an open book, 39 years in the Foreign Service. When I went to New York, we won the Security Council election with a record, 183 out of 186 seats, okay, votes we got. My rest of it is also there, whether I was in the X ministry, Y ministry, I did 7 years of housing and urban affairs, I've done civil aviation. My record is an open book. And as far as Mahua Moitra is concerned, he will be dealt with by the party. She abuses, she has abusive 6 tweets every day. I don't, she's...
You are clearly now, whether it is because of your ability, your position, or your importance in the Modi government, you are in the middle of what you call innuendo politics or smear campaign, and whatever I see, targeting is happening. Why don't you take some legal action? You see, I am curious about this. Why don't you take some legal action against your political opponents in what they are saying? Isn't it advisable for you to do that? First question. Second, simply, does the government Does the Prime Minister have your back? You have the full support of the Prime Minister and the government in this because you're being targeted, Mr. Puri, and you're not a private citizen anymore. You are a very important union.
What am I targeted for? For pushing, advocating India's cause?
Whatever you're being targeted for.
No. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. I'm not a private citizen. I don't do anything on my own.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. So if I do something, I do it with full responsibility. Secondly, what about legal this thing? You know, when I was in the service, I was known as the most litigious so-and-so. I won't use that word because it was a polite term. You know, I won a defamation case against somebody in the UK. That person also ended up putting to, he's misogynist, he doesn't like women. So somebody reminded her, you ended up issuing an apology. You ended up posting the apology. You ended up paying £20,000 in cost to his lawyers. Immediately.
Where is the litigious Hardeep Puri now? Why is he taking it on the chin?
You see what
Why is he not fighting back legally?
Hold on. You saw what happened to Mr. Saket Gokhale? 50 lakhs in damages he has to pay, unconditional apology. Although it's against my wife, but it was aimed at me. He told everybody...
Why don't you go litigious against Rahul Gandhi and Mahua Maitra?
What about Rahul Gandhi? What did he say in Parliament? All he said was, who introduced Hardeep Puri? Listen to me.
But if they cross the line beyond...
No, I'm waiting. There's an expression in the English language I use somewhere. Come into my parlor, said the... What is, tell me?
Said the spider to the fly.
To the spider to the fly. So come, we'll see. I mean, all...
What do you mean come, we'll see?
Come, let's have some fun.
What fun?
No, let them come up once over, calling me a pimp, etc. Whether I want to take legal action or I want to tell her what that word means in the context of others' activities. I'm not even naming her. Let's have some fun.
You're willing to hit back, you're saying?
Okay.
Are you held back by your position?
Not at all. Not at all. I feel supremely free. And I'll tell you something. I never do anything if I'm not sure about myself. And facing the most fierce interlocutor on television on a day like this, a lot of people say, don't give interview. I said, why not? I said, they'll bring up the Epstein file. I said, I want more and more Epstein files to be aired. I want to be in the public domain. When they read as R-E-I-D or read R-E-A-D, when they read what I wrote to read, on which this so-and-so is copied, they'll say, in the midst of all that storm, there is one guy standing up for India. I was talking about Digital India, Make in India, at least 8 months before it was launched. I am having this discussion in 2014. Most of these missions, Digital India and all, are launched in 2015.
You're saying you're not going to be blackmailed on this issue?
Blackmailed, kya karega yaar, come, as I said.
Is Rahul Gandhi blackmailing? Has he spoken to you personally? Have you had an off-record, any discussion in the corridors of Parliament or anything?
Tell me about Get to know Rahul Gandhi. He walked up to me on 26th November on Samvidhan Divas.
He
came up to me and winked.
Winked?
One, I don't know, left eye, right eye, I'm just trying to stay where he was. Then when he winked the second time, I smiled, I asked him, name is come in interesting places.
Name is?
Your name is in interesting places.
Rahul Gandhi said that to you?
So I said, would you like to know what the context is? I said, you want me to send you a note? He said, So I sent him a note. Exactly what I said in the press conference.
You sent him a note?
I sent exactly what I said in the press conference. So today, I was sitting in Parliament when in the Rajya Sabha, I had a dear friend who's also a colleague who said, Ki aapne acha, he said something in Hindi which I can't repeat here. You had great fun yesterday in the press conference. Then I told him, I said, I'd even actually sent him a note. I could have spared him because I wanted to spare him making an ass of himself. He said, but do you know something? And this is a guy who had been in the Congress party. He said, do you know something? I said, no. He said, never reads. So what happens is, if he's going into something, somebody tells him, you remember, did you see that interview on why a motorcycle weighs 150 kilograms and why a...
Speech, unfortunately. It was a speech, unfortunately.
Well, it's not a statement.
About a motorcycle.
A motorcycle and car weight. I mean, if somebody... I've always maintained...
But I'm finding it very interesting that on the 25th or 26th of November, on Samvidhan Divas, he winks at you and says your name is in interesting places. And then he talks about this in February in the budget session.
Because he hasn't read the note.
No, but doesn't it mean this is some form of a political blackmail that he did on you?
No blackmail. What did he blackmail me for, yaar? I mean, listen, my life is an open chapter. I love guys who come at me. I've told you, I had a reputation of being litigious. Whether it's Saket, Gokhale, My wife, because he said, you have some property somewhere. I said, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Second issue, look, even when I was a very young joint secretary,
yes,
somebody said that, you know, there had been India was having secret nuclear talks and the thing leaked out. And somebody tried to suggest that I was the source of the leak, you know, and somebody called me something. I got a apology caption in a front page in a newspaper. Now, let me tell you, yes, when the time comes, first of all, blackmail is a very tough word. Blackmail means if you have got something on me, as I said, what here is in the open. Where's the blackmail? There may be scope the other way around. You understand what I'm saying? In political life, you put politics of innuendo works up to a point. Politics of coercion works up to a point. But we are in a democracy.
But you said you began by saying, and I'll take 5 more minutes. You began by saying that I think we have been too indulgent.
With whom?
With Rahul Gandhi so far. I think he should get it back. What did you mean by that?
I meant that there are 2 points of view. One is that if you've got somebody who in the process of his work displays elements of buffoonery, then you should take the entertainment value and the fact that you don't have a more serious guy. I don't know about that. I personally used to take Mr. Rahul Gandhi quite seriously. I said, while he's a late bloomer, he started late, I mean, you know, his own education pattern, etc. But he's got, you know, mother, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, you know, I mean, saying that he means well, I used to think. But after he calls India a dead economy, and when it's growing at 8.2% in that quarter, when he tears up an ordinance in 2013, now when all these incidents come together in my mind, I genuinely believe that he needs help. Now that help can be provided either by my side or it can be provided by his party.
3 more questions. I asked you whether the Prime Minister is backing you fully. Have you spoken to the Prime Minister?
Well, to the extent I can say, I am fully backed, yes.
You're fully backed?
Fully backed.
That makes you feel stronger?
No, it's stronger. There's nothing. For peddling India's case on digital innovation dunia, I need somebody's permission. And that time I was a private citizen. What is the issue? What is the issue? I was saying...
Anything is an issue these days. I mean, Naravne is an issue. Naravne's unpublished book is an issue. Shoot and Scoot is an issue. Anything is an issue.
He also had, by the way, a copy of the Constitution around with cellophane covers. So I have a lot of friends in the Congress who come and gossip with me. So I told them, give me a copy. So I took the cellophane cover off. And it was an edition, I think 6th or 7th. The preface was a round criticism of the, of the curtailment of civil liberties in June 75, the emergency. And that's the copy he's waving around. So here is a guy who really needs help. So I think I wish him the best of luck. I really have to now leave because...
I take one more question.
Well, final question.
One more question. Because I'm not going to answer to this. This is completely off the issue.
Yeah.
But you're the Petroleum Minister. So have we really decided not to take a drop of Russian oil?
Well, look, let me first tell you. Yeah. Purchases of oil is a complicated business, okay?
You're going to avoid my question.
No, I'm not going to avoid you. I want you to do a separate interview with me whenever you like.
But
look.
Because if I don't ask you this question, all the viewers watch, everyone watching. They're going to say you met Hardipuri and didn't ask the question.
Our companies buy from a variety of sources. They used to buy from 27 countries. Now they buy from 42 countries. They float tenders at the point of importation. Say we need, by the way, Arnab, there are 350 grades of crude. 350 grades of crude. And you will so float a tender at, say, Western this thing, that I want heavy crude.
Trump has given an executive order saying we are going to watch how much Russian oil is.
I think we'll need to have a separate one on this.
But just say, are we buying Russian oil or not? Please promised not to.
No, please listen to what the Foreign Secretary has said to the Standing Committee. And on this issue, you and I must have a separate one so that you can regale your readers with, or your viewers, or you're not a viewers. So let's have a separate discussion on that. Meanwhile, look at what's in the joint statement. And all I say, we are committed to the trilemma. We are committed to availability, affordability,
order of Donald Trump,
and sustainability.
He's in the executive order on 6th of February, a day before specifics deal is released. Is this interim deal incumbent on India pulling back purchases of Russian oil or Russian gas? I mean, what is
Did you know in 2002, 2022, when the Russia-Ukraine war started, we were buying 0.2%. It went up, now it's some down. So let's have this discussion separately. We are going to be in a situation.
You're committed to speaking to me on this.
Of course, I shall give you. I shall give you an extended interview when we have time for that. Just now you're distracted. No, I don't have time.
I'm not distracted.
We are distracted with Rahul Gandhi, with Reid Hoffman, and so on. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adip Puri ji. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा सबका राजा और प्योर मसाला।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Himanto Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country's watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15th for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn?
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
The दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Himanto Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the countries watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार, क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front, and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15th for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now, viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do. Who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid exec?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
We was getting some breaking news coming in. The son of tobacco baron K.K. Mishra, Shivam Mishra, has been granted bail in the Kanpur Lamborghini hit-and-run case. The court said that the remand was illegal and rejected the remand of 14 days. Huge updates coming in here, viewers. We see that the court has granted the bail to the accused Shivam Mishra, coming the backdrop of Kanpur police arresting earlier in the day the 26-year-old, who is the son of a prominent tobacco businessman in connection with the high-speed Lamborghini crash that left many people injured. So back-to-back updates coming in here, viewers on Republic TV. And the tobacco baron's son has now got bail. The Kanpur court has rejected a remand of 14 days. So back-to-back updates coming in, viewers on Republic TV. Let's tell you exactly what is happening in this case. The arrest had come earlier in the day, but now Shivam Mishra has got bail. I repeat, Shivam Mishra has got bail. The Kanpur court has rejected remand of the 14 days. I really want to go to my colleague. I'm being joined by Gaurav, is joining us live. Gaurav, you know, just after the tobacco baron's son was arrested in Lamborghini crash case, and finally it took 4 days for that to happen. It looks like Shivam Mishra has now got bail. That is right. What is happening?
बिल्कुल आपको बता दें, कोर्ट में जिस तरह से कानपुर की पुलिस थी उसने आज सुबह अरेस्ट करके इनको प्रोड्यूस किया था, वहीं पर जब कोर्ट से संबंधित दस्तावेज मांगे गए थे तो उसमें साफ तौर पर यह निकला था कि जिन धाराओं में जो ये एफआईआर है वो हुई है उसमें अरेस्टिंग का प्रावधान नहीं है। 3 साल से कम की सजा थी जिसको लेकर के उनको थाने से ही निजी मुतलके पे छोड़ा जा सकता था, लेकिन चूंकि पुलिस का ये कहना था कि उसने इनको नोटिस सर्व किया था जिसमें जांच में शामिल नहीं हो रहे थे, जिसके चलते आज पुलिस को इनकी लोकेशन मिली और इनके घर के पास से ही इनको सुबह गिरफ्तार किया था। इसके बाद कोर्ट में प्रोड्यूस किया था। फिलहाल इस पूरे मामले में कोर्ट ने जो पूरी सुनवाई दोनों पक्षों की सुनने के बाद एक फैसला दिया है, जिस फैसले में 20,000 रुपए का निजी मुचलका लेने के बाद ही जो कोर्ट है उसने इनको जमानत दे दी है यहीं से और इनको बेल दे दी है। यहीं से जो हॉस्पिटल जिसका ये हवाला दे रहे थे कि इनका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा है, हाथ में वीगो भी लगी थी, उसी हॉस्पिटल की वैन थी, उस वैन में इनको लेकर के यहाँ से जो इनके एडवोकेट थे वो चले गए हैं। Back to you.
There's a very quick bail there, Gaurav. This is a very, very quick bail that Shivam Mishra has got. Gaurav.
देखिए बिल्कुल साफ तौर पर कानपुर पुलिस ने पहले तो अगर देखा जाए तो इनके एफआईआर में नाम ही नहीं था। जब रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क ने इस पूरी खबर को प्रमुखता से दिखाया था उसके बाद जो आरोपी है शिवम, इसका नाम एफआईआर में आता है और उसके बाद ही इस पूरे मामले में जिस तरह से देखा गया कि जो पुलिस है इसका नाम करती है एज अ ड्राइवर, इसको करती है। उसके बाद आपने देखा होगा इसको शिवम को रिलीफ देने के लिए साफ तौर पर कल मोहन नाम के एक ड्राइवर को प्रोड्यूस किया गया था कोर्ट में, जिससे ये कहा गया था कि गाड़ी वो खुद चला रहा है और वो खुद अपने जो आरोप है उनको स्वीकार कर रहा था कि गाड़ी वो चला रहा था। लेकिन कानपुर पुलिस ने जो रिपोर्ट अपनी सबमिट करी थी उसके आधार पर कोर्ट ने मोहन को कार चालक नहीं माना और उसके साथ ही जो मोहन था उसको इस पूरी जो प्रक्रिया थी इससे बाहर रहने के लिए कहा गया, जिसके बाद आज शिवम को अरेस्ट करके कानपुर पुलिस कोर्ट में प्रोड्यूस किया था। पुलिस का दावा था कि 14 दिनों की जो न्यायिक हिरासत है वो शिवम के लिए ली जाएगी, लेकिन इस पूरे मामले में जो शिवम है उसको कोर्ट से बड़ी राहत दी गई और उसको इस पूरे मामले में बेल दे दी गई है।
Okay, Gaurav, there seems to be that there's an undertaking in a personal bond as well. Gaurav, what is that undertaking in personal bond? 20,000 rupees? Yes, Gaurav, go ahead. Okay, we will go to Gaurav in a short while from now, but the court has refused a remand and on an undertaking and a personal bond of 20,000 rupees from what we are understanding. We'll go to Gaurav. Let's see other reactions.
न्यायालय के आदेशों का अवहेलना है और बीएनएसएस के प्राविधानों का उल्लंघन है। अभी कुछ ही दिन पूर्व बरेली में एक दरोगा जी को जेल भेज दिया गया। मैंने ये माननीय न्यायालय से कहा कि साहब इन्होंने माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के आदेशों की अवहेलना की, इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। ना तो इन्होंने गिरफ्तारी का कारण स्पष्ट बताया। गिरफ्तारी 7 साल से कम की सजा के अपराधों में की गई, वो भी गलत है। अर्नेश कुमार और सत्यन अंटिल स्पष्ट कह रहा है। इसी के साथ में ये कार्रवाई जो पुलिस की थी, साहब माननीय न्यायालय इसको भांप गई थी। माननीय न्यायालय ने कई प्रश्न पूछे, आईओ नहीं बता सका, सरकारी वकील भी अपना कोई पक्ष प्रस्तुत नहीं कर सका। तो माननीय न्यायालय ने अपने पूरे विवेक का इस्तेमाल करते हुए माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय की गाइडलाइन और बीएनएसएस के प्राविधानों को दृष्टिगत रखते हुए ये आदेश पारित किया है, रिमांड रिफ्यूज किया है इससे उत्तर प्रदेश में कानून का राज स्थापित होगा।
आज पुलिस द्वारा रिमांड के लिए अभियुक्त को पेश किया गया था, जो कि खारिज हो गया है। पुलिस की कमियों के आधार पे यह रिमांड खारिज कर दिया गया है। किसी और अभियुक्त को, शिवम मिश्रा को छोड़ दिया गया है। शिवम मिश्रा को उसका रिमांड खारिज करके छोड़ दिया गया। क्या वजह है, क्यों छोड़ दिया गया? पुलिस ने जो नोटिस की तामीला की बात बताई थी वह कोर्ट में साबित नहीं कर पाए, क्योंकि नोटिस उसको दिया जाना अति आवश्यक था। 7 साल से कम की सजा है। 7 साल की कम की सजा में 35 की नोटिस, 41 की नोटिस को दिया जाना मैंडेटरी है। माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के दिशा निर्देशों को पुलिस द्वारा नहीं माना गया है और उसको गिरफ्तार करके यहाँ लाया गया था। इस वजह से उसका रिमांड खारिज हो गया है।
Okay, Tobacco Baron's son has just got bail, viewers, and this is rather a very quick bail which has come in. After 4 days, the arrest got made earlier today, and within hours, the Kanpur court has given bail and also denied police custody in this case. So back-to-back updates coming in, viewers, on Republic TV. The arrest came after 4 whole days. And we will also be. We also have some reports which are coming in for our viewers to play it out in a short while from now. The court has granted bail to the accused Shivam Mishra on a bond of 20,000 rupees, and this has happened just hours after he was arrested earlier. So this is a rather quick bail that the tobacco baron's son Shivam has got in the Lamborghini case. We also know, just giving you a little bit of a context to what happened earlier, the Kanpur police had arrested Shivam, who is the son of a prominent tobacco businessman in connection with the high-speed Lamborghini crash that left many people injured. And within hours, we see that the accused has got bail. Shivam has got bail on a personal bond. After only a few hours, he's got bail. We also have a confrontation. Let's play out that confrontation. All right, so Republic trying to confront Shivam Mishra as he has just got bail. We'll play that out for you in a short while from now, but this is a huge update coming in on Republic TV. Republic has been asking the right questions about why did it take so long and was there a cover-up in this case. Now, just hours after he was arrested, Shivam Mishra has got bail. Shivam Mishra, the son of the tobacco baron KK Mishra, was arrested just early in the day in the Lamborghini crash case on Kanpur's VIP road, injuring many people, damaging several vehicles. And he has just got bail within a few hours. Republic has tried to confront Shivam Mishra. We'll play that out for you in a short moment. It took 4 whole days. 4 whole days after crashing his Lamborghini in Kanpur. Tobacco tycoon KK Mishra's son Shivam was arrested, but within a few hours, Shivam has got bail. I'm being joined by a legal editor. Ridham was joining us from our studios. Ridham, only a few hours between the arrest and the bail.
I think it's the police that has failed the system. The Kanpur court rejects the remand of 14 days. But viewers, let's tell our viewers, the Kanpur court denies police custody. The first reason for this has to be that the police has not been able to make out the ground before the court. The police has not been able to say the reasons they want this bail. So I think it's the police also that has failed the court. The police has failed the system as well. Let's also tell our viewers, we at Republic TV have been following this case for the longest time. We're the ones who've been telling our viewers about the VVIP son, the tobacco baron's son, and how he had to be arrested. First, let's look at a confrontation that we've got for our viewers.
कोर्ट से तो अब राहत मिल गई, लेकिन आपको बता दें यही वही एम्बुलेंस है जिससे शिवम को सुबह गिरफ्तार किया था कानपुर पुलिस ने। इसी एम्बुलेंस में वो आ रहा था अपने घर की तरफ जब कानपुर पुलिस ने लोकेशन ट्रेस करके उसको गिरफ्तार किया था। फिलहाल शिवम कोर्ट से निकल चुका और जो अस्पताल की वैन है उसमें बैठने जा रहा है। हम कोशिश करेंगे शिवम को कन्फ्रंट करने की, हम एक बार कोशिश करते हैं कन्फ्रंट करने की। कि शिवम जो है उसको कैसे लाया गया था। शिवम
नहीं कोई नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
चलिए हम बात नहीं कर रहा है मीडिया से। हमने कंफर्म करने की कोशिश करी कि 4 दिन बाद अरेस्ट हुआ है, क्या घटना के दौरान वो नशे में था, क्या कंडीशन थी, कैसे एक्सीडेंट किया, क्योंकि अभी भी जो उसके वकील हैं वो इस बात को नहीं मान रहे। और इसी जो शिवम है ये देखिए शिवम कौन था, वहाँ बताइए, पूछिए
चलो जाओ यार, हो गया खराब है भैया, जो मैंने साहब ने
तबीयत खराब की बात कही गई है और शिवम वैन के अंदर था, उसने कुछ भी बात करने से इनकार कर दिया जर्नलिस्ट के साथ। देखिए शिवम को कोर्ट से तो अब राहत मिल गई, लेकिन आपको बता दें यही वही एम्बुलेंस है जिससे शिवम को सुबह गिरफ्तार किया था कानपुर पुलिस ने। इसी एम्बुलेंस में वो आ रहा था अपने घर की तरफ जब कानपुर पुलिस ने लोकेशन ट्रेस करके उसको गिरफ्तार किया था। फिलहाल शिवम कोर्ट से निकल चुका और जो अस्पताल की वैन है उसमें बैठने जा रहा है। हम कोशिश करेंगे शिवम को कन्फ्रंट करने की, हम एक बार कोशिश करते हैं कन्फ्रंट करने की कि शिवम जो है उसको कैसे लाया गया था। शिवम
नहीं कोई नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
चलिए हम बात नहीं कर रहा है मीडिया से। हमने कंफर्म करने की कोशिश करी कि 4 दिन बाद अरेस्ट हुआ है, क्या घटना के दौरान वो नशे में था, क्या कंडीशन थी, कैसे एक्सीडेंट किया, क्योंकि अभी भी जो उसके वकील हैं वो इस बात को नहीं मान रहे। और इसी जो शिवम है ये देखिए शिवम कौन था, वहाँ बताइए, पूछिए
चलो जाओ यार, हो गया खराब है भैया, जो मैंने साहब ने
तबीयत खराब की बात कही गई है और शिवम वैन के अंदर था, उसने कुछ भी बात करने से इनकार कर दिया जर्नलिस्ट के साथ। गौरव त्रिवेदी, रिपब्लिक डिबेट। शिवम
नहीं कोई नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
चलिए हम बात नहीं कर रहा है मीडिया से। हमने कंफर्म करने की कोशिश करी कि 4 दिन बाद अरेस्ट हुआ है, क्या घटना के दौरान वो नशे में था, क्या कंडीशन थी, कैसे एक्सीडेंट किया, क्योंकि अभी भी जो उसके वकील हैं वो इस बात को नहीं मान रहे। और इसी जो शिवम है ये देखिए शिवम कौन था, वहाँ बताइए, पूछिए
चलो जाओ यार, हो गया खराब है भैया, जो मैंने साहब ने
तबीयत खराब की बात कही गई है और शिवम वैन के अंदर था, उसने कुछ भी बात करने से इनकार कर दिया। शिवम
नहीं कोई नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
चलिए हम बात नहीं कर रहा है मीडिया से। हमने कंफर्म करने की कोशिश करी कि 4 दिन बाद अरेस्ट हुआ है, क्या घटना के दौरान वो नशे में था, क्या कंडीशन थी, कैसे एक्सीडेंट किया, क्योंकि अभी भी जो उसके वकील हैं वो इस बात को नहीं मान रहे। और इसी जो शिवम है ये देखिए शिवम कौन था, वहाँ बताइए, पूछिए
चलो जाओ यार, हो गया खराब है भैया, जो मैंने साहब ने
तबीयत खराब की बात कही गई है और शिवम वैन के अंदर था, उसने कुछ भी बात करने से इनकार कर दिया।
And yet we continue to ask questions about where the driver is who was possibly in that car. I want to go across to Gaurav to give us more details. Gaurav, you tried to confront Shivam. Give us details about what happened in the court.
देखिए बिल्कुल साफ तौर पे जिस तरह से थ्योरी सेट की गई थी, कल मोहन को यहाँ पर लाया गया था और मोहन ने खुद स्वीकार किया कि वो गाड़ी चला रहा था और वही ड्राइवर है, सारे गुनाह वो अपने ऊपर ले रहा था। लेकिन जो पुलिस के डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे, जो पुलिस ने प्रूफ सबमिट किए थे, उसके आधार पर कोर्ट ने इस पूरे मामले में जो मोहन है उसको ड्राइवर मानने से इनकार कर दिया था और पुलिस ने खुद कहा था कि शिवम खुद कोर्ट में आकर सरेंडर करे, क्योंकि जो संबंधित दस्तावेज है उन पर यह साफ प्रतीत होता है कि शिवम ही कार चला रहे थे। उसी के आधार पर बता दें, आज कानपुर पुलिस ने सुबह इनकी लोकेशन ट्रैक करते हुए इनको अरेस्ट किया था। अरेस्ट करके कोर्ट में प्रोड्यूस किया, जहां पर लगभग 1 से 1.5 घंटे दोनों पक्षों की बहस चलने के बाद जो फैसला था वो रिजर्व किया गया था। उसके बाद देर शाम इस फैसले को दिया गया, जिसमें साफ तौर पर ये जो शिवम मिश्रा है इसको बेल दी गई है और पुलिस को ये बोला गया है कि जो धाराएं इस पर लगाई गई हैं उन पर कोई भी जो अरेस्टिंग है उसका चार्ज ऐसा नहीं है, जिसके चलते इनको बेल दी गई है। निजी मुचलके में 20,000 रुपए के बॉन्ड पर इनको बेल दी गई है और उसके बाद इसको भेज दिया गया है कोर्ट के बाहर। यहाँ पर आपको बता दें, जो पारस हॉस्पिटल है वहां की वैन आती, इसी वैन से सुबह इसकी अरेस्टिंग भी हुई थी। इसी वैन पर इसको वापस लेकर के जाते हैं, चूंकि इसके हाथ में वीगो लगा हुआ था। साफ तौर पर इनका ये कहना था कई डॉक्यूमेंट्स के साथ कि ये मेडिकली ठीक नहीं है, ये बीमार है, इसको अटैक पड़ा था, इसके बाद से इसका इलाज चल रहा है, जिसके चलते इसको वापस यहाँ से वैन में लेकर के चले गए। बैक टू यू।
कोर्ट में क्या आर्ग्यूमेंट्स हुई थी गौरव?
कोर्ट में जिस तरह से पुलिस ने अपना पक्ष रखा था, उसमें जो कोर्ट है उसने पुलिस को फटकार लगाई थी कि इतनी मामूली धाराओं में आप किसी को अरेस्ट कैसे कर सकते हैं। जिसके बाद पुलिस ने अपना पक्ष रखा था कि हमने इनको 35 दफा का जो नोटिस होता है वो दिया था, जिस पर ये जांच में सहयोग नहीं कर रहे थे और ना तो ये सामने आ रहे थे, जिसके बाद इनको आज मजबूरन जो पुलिस है उसको गिरफ्तार करना पड़ा। तो इसी तर्क पर कोर्ट का कहना था कि आपने एक नोटिस दिया, उसके बाद दोबारा क्यों नहीं कांटेक्ट किया, और अगर आपने कांटेक्ट किया तो उसका पर्चा कहाँ है जो आपने काटा था, वो पर्चा पुलिस नहीं प्रोड्यूस कर पाई, जिसके चलते कोर्ट ने पुलिस को फटकार भी लगाई और उसके साथ ही ये बोला कि जब धाराएं अरेस्टिंग की नहीं है तो आपने जबरन अरेस्टिंग क्यों की है। इसी के बाद जो कोर्ट था उसने जो फैसला था उसको रिजर्व रख लिया था और उसके बाद शाम को इस फैसले को सुनाया है, जिसमें शिवम को बेल ग्रांट कर दी है। इसके साथ ही आपको बता दें, जो मुकदमावादी था उसने साफ तौर पर कल ही अपना एक एफिडेविट फाइल किया था, जिसमें उसने अपना मुकदमा उसको आगे नहीं लड़ना था, उसको लेकर के उसने एफिडेविट दिया था कि मुझे इस केस में आगे कोई कार्रवाई नहीं चाहिए, मैं सेटिस्फाइड हूं, जिसके चलते वो अपना केस वापस लेने की बात कह रहा था। उसके बाद से आज सुबह जब अरेस्टिंग हुई, उसके बाद जिस तरह की सुनवाई हमने कोर्ट में देखी और उसके बाद अब जो फैसला है वो सामने है।
Once again, let's listen into the confrontation that Gaurav had with Shivam Mishra, who walked out of court without any sort of arrest being granted bail.
नहीं कोई नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
चलिए हम बात नहीं कर रहा है मीडिया से। हमने कन्फ्रंट करने की कोशिश करी कि 4 दिन बाद अरेस्ट हुआ है, क्या घटना के दौरान वो नशे में था, क्या कंडीशन थी, कैसे एक्सीडेंट किया, क्योंकि अभी भी जो उसके वकील हैं वो इस बात को नहीं मान रहे। और इसी जो शिवम है ये देखिए शिवम को अंदर बताइए, पूछिए
चलो जाओ यार, हो गया जो मैंने साहब ने
तबीयत खराब की बात कही गई है और शिवम वैन के अंदर था, उसने कुछ भी बात करने से इनकार कर दिया।
नहीं कोई नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
चलिए हम बात नहीं कर रहा है मीडिया से। हमने कन्फ्रंट करने की कोशिश करी कि 4 दिन बाद अरेस्ट हुआ है, क्या घटना के दौरान वो नशे में था, क्या कंडीशन थी, कैसे एक्सीडेंट किया, क्योंकि अभी भी जो उसके वकील हैं वो इस बात को नहीं मान रहे। और इसी जो शिवम है ये देखिए शिवम को अंदर बताइए, पूछिए
चलो जाओ यार, हो गया जो मैंने साहब ने
तबीयत खराब की बात कही गई है और शिवम वैन के अंदर था, उसने कुछ भी बात करने से इनकार कर दिया।
And Gaurav continues to be with us. Gaurav, I want to get more details. He was arrested at 10 a.m. He gets bail at 3:30 p.m. Earlier, his lawyers were trying to very clearly indicate that this was not even someone who was behind the wheel of a car. So today, what arguments could possibly have been made? Why did he come to the court? What was happening in the court? His father had earlier said he was unwell. I don't think there were any injuries.